Good afternoon, I'm Max Scott here with your sports headlines. Yet another drinking controversy engulfing English cricket. Bryden Carse has been dropped from the England squad for the second test against Pakistan. This is while an investigation takes place into an incident in a night out in Derby. The England contracted player was seen in handcuffs but not arrested while out with Durham teammates, including former England captain Ben Stokes. Our cricket editor is John Norman.
We have a consistent situation surrounding certain players within the England setup, either previously or current. You just wonder what and where will the line in the sand be drawn? What needs to happen for some of these guys to wise up?
Legendary English bowler talkSPORT's very own Steve Harmison told us what he wants to happen next.
I want this to be a sort of watershed moment for cricket and not throw Bryden Carse under the bus and say, right, just completely banish him. Instead of looking at individual problems, look at the systematic problem that we have in this country that look with the cricket.
In more breaking news, some of the biggest names in world football have come together to call for Gianni Infantino to go. Our chief football correspondent Alex Crook has more.
This feels like another significant blow for Gianni Infantino as he bids to cling on to power. Ironically, a group from the FIFA Legends programme set up by Infantino back in 2016 have come together to release a strongly worded statement on their social media calling for change at the top of the world governing body.
The likes of Emmanuel Petit, Robert Pires and Juan Sebastian Veron all say enough is enough, silence is impossible and a change of leadership is necessary.
talkSPORT News.
12 people have been arrested following a crash that killed 2 police officers and 5 joyriders. The police probe into a second car in the lead up to it begins, and the Prime Minister's hit back at Moscow's claim Britain's added fuel to the fire of the Ukraine war.
talkSPORT weather with QuickFit. This summer, treat yourself to Bridgestone Turanza All-Season 6 tyres with a 25,000 mileage guarantee. Book today at quickfit.com. Conditions apply.
Cloud and a few showers on the southwest coast, mostly dry elsewhere, milder temperatures tonight.
Hey, yo, he's back. There he is. I was waiting for him. Top A.
Finished?
Impossible. It's impossible.
Welcome, driving talkSPORT with me, Andy Goldstein.
It's Darren here, by the way. Darren Bent.
Yeah, is it? Average show today. We'll be asking whether Man United fans are worried after that pre-season friendly against Hull. We'll also focus on a terrible start for Spurs that they need to spend another £300 million. It's going to be one of those shows, isn't it? Bentley brings his tea time takeaways. We got his top 5 talking points this weekend. And we'll bring you all the build-up to our live and exclusive commentary of Fulham against Chelsea. That's tonight on talkSPORT. All that plus Bentley, he brings us his EFL corner and we'll be joined by a former Man United and Arsenal defender, Mikel Silvestre. This is Drive. This is talkSPORT. I'm guessing lots of Man United fans want to have their say. Hopefully, there's no way we can lose that game. That's impossible. 03717 223344. Man United fans, get dial in now.
Well, it's not impossible.
That's impossible. We'll win that.
How is that impossible?
Impossible.
See?
No, trust me.
We'll have a bit of that. Andy. How are you, boss?
All right, played a bit of golf this morning.
Yep.
Played a bit of golf yesterday. What did I do Saturday?
Honestly.
Saturday, I forgot about Saturday. What else did I do? That's it.
It's amazing.
How was
sure.
No. Sometimes we're guilty of it being about me, the show. Let's talk about you.
Yeah, no, I'm great. Obviously, I went to the first game of the season at the Emirates. It was lovely. The atmosphere was incredible.
Yeah.
Arsenal win, and then Saturday I worked PLP with Peter Schmeichel, one of the Premier League greats.
Keep going, man. This is good stuff.
And we actually did the whole Manchester United game.
Yeah, forget that. No, we always start the show non-football related.
Hey, it's impossible. I said to you that was going to happen. I thought Man United would win, but the fact that you went, it's impossible.
Just play it.
No, Jack, don't play it yet. When these type of results come about, so I had people that have put their work meetings back an hour so they can listen to the start of this show. I had people in high positions sending me clips of you going, it's impossible.
You should point out who that person in the highest position here.
The highest position, yeah.
2 minutes after Man United lose, sends you the clip of me on Friday going,
it's impossible.
Send you the clip.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, talkSPORT Social said they were waiting for it. They're waiting for it. What's going on, man? I had Tope back there giving it to me on Friday about, we'll challenge you.
Finished? Press a button, Jack.
Man United at home.
There's no way we can lose that game. That's impossible. No, trust me. That's impossible. There's no way we can lose that game. That's impossible.
And it's hammered into the net, and Hull City lead on the opening day of the season.
No, trust me.
Towards the near post, and it's headed in, and they've scored again.
You can clip it, do what you want with it. 3-0, 4-0.
To make it 2-0 to Hull City.
I'm not coming in Monday, by the way.
Hull.
I think kids have all learnt a lesson that if you set your mind to it, nothing is impossible. Firstly, because this will go under the radar, well done, Hull.
They were brilliant.
We should, because you'll have Hull fans going, ain't called that Man United, either. They were amazing. Right? We were appalling, and we'll talk about us.
Why'd you put that voice on? I think from Hull speak like that.
No, that's how I talk when I'm taking the mick out of people. We will talk about Man United in great detail in about 40 seconds, but just quickly, well done, Hull. The reason Hull were great is because Hull were great.
Yeah.
We were also bad, but that has nothing to do with why we lost, and Hull were just better.
Yeah, they were better in every
1
aspect.
to 11. Yeah. I think it's important we do that.
Yeah, well coached.
We should maybe do that for an hour.
No, well coached, game plan, executed the game plan, every single plan, knowing their position and their role. But Man United.
Do you want me to rattle off my problems?
Yeah, you go first. I'm looking forward to this.
Starting with Dorgu on the left, I think is insane. Harry Maguire manhandling Mazraoui for the corner just sums up everything about Manchester United and the problems we've got. I said last week, around about Thursday or Wednesday, that the biggest problem we've got, Man United, is not having a good enough defence. And talkSPORT put a social clip out of me saying, yeah, we won't win it. Third is the best we can. And underneath, all the comments were like, Goldstein, you meant to be Man United. Eh? How can you not say we're going to win? Third at best, by the way, now. If nothing changes between now and when the window closes, September the 1st, third is the best you could hope for. The defence was appalling. Tielemans has got no legs whatsoever. He sort of alluded to that around the World Cup. Santos, I mean, first game. I can only mark you on your first game. Both of them were terrible. No striker as well. Starting the game with the striker on the bench. So we like about Šeško, but he's a striker. We started the game with again, this is nothing away from Hull, but we were just appalling. No striker, no positives whatsoever. You look at Chelsea, they got Welbeck. I poo-pooed it. I still poo-poo it. Go and get a striker, United. Go and get a Welbeck, right? Go and get Ollie Watkins, right? I'm not comparing the two. And I'll tell you what also annoyed me. Finally,
there's more.
Finally, is afterwards Michael Carrick. I love Michael Carrick. Afterwards, Michael Carrick came out and said, along the lines of, there were positives. Let me tell you now, there was not 1% of positivity from that game. Everything that we did, everything from putting the ball to the left, putting it to the right, putting it back to the middle, trying to cross the ball, putting it out left. We didn't once try and attack them down the middle. There was no difference between what I saw at the weekend and what I was seeing towards most of the season under Ruben Amorim. We were just appalling. And sometimes I'd like the manager to come out and go, do you know what? That was absolutely horrific. And I'm going to do my damnedest to make sure that never happens again. But when you hear a manager come out and say, yeah, there were positives, I was like, no. There were none. Playing Dorgu front three is insane. He's not front.
You know what's funny? When he gets angry, he starts sweating.
It's just
when he gets angry, he starts sweating.
It's just. I know we're better than that. But I'm starting to think we're not.
Tigers.
I'm like, Belieber looks like he's coming. Brilliant, right?
What, by the way?
But we need. I've said this time and time again. There was a moment. Sorry, there were moments in the second half. Because there was more than one. There were moments in the second half where our best attacking options was Dorgu and Maguire up top. There was one ball that went over the top to the right-hand side, and Harry Maguire tried to flick his leg out to cross it in the middle. Harry Maguire, centre-half, doing that. We were just... We can't get any worse, put it like that. No, we'll smash Ipswich to pieces.
No, you won't.
We'll talk about that another day. But, again, I said nothing from Hull, but United were as bad as I've seen. And it is worrying. For me, it's worrying.
Yeah. No, Hull, I think that's fair. Hull were absolutely outstanding for every single man. I thought Ollie McBurney playing up top, I thought was brilliant. I think he held the ball really well, won his headers. I thought he was absolutely outstanding. Jack, at some point, I need you to play me a 17:38 because they scored in the 17th and the 38th minute. So I need that little, Fetty whap, 17:38. Kobbie Mainoo, what's going on there? I mean,
As to why he didn't start?
What is going? You've waxed lyrical about him, and it's worrying because he played a little bit under Michael Carrick last season, but then he doesn't start this game. Unbeliever's coming in as well.
I don't know what's happened there.
I don't know what's happened there, but I think I probably would have started Rashford over Dorgu on that left-hand side, but I get it.
Of course, Dorgu's not an attacker.
I get it, but what frame of mind is Rashford's going to be in? He didn't want to be there. He's having to come back and play. But I just thought from Hull's perspective, I think they nullified absolutely everything that you tried to do. I thought they played really well in terms of the two wing-backs playing really high.
Yeah.
Giles, I think it was Ryan Giles was one of them, and Louis Coyle.
And just getting the ball to McBurney, that was their first thought.
And getting crosses in the box. And you couldn't deal with crosses all day, whether it be set plays, whether it just be crosses into the box. But I really thought that Hull were outstanding. And I mean, I'm going to be one of those pundits who offer them an apology because I thought they'd really struggle. They still might go on to struggle this season. But if they play like they played against Manchester United at the weekend, they're going to be in more games than not.
Yeah.
Whereas on the flip side, Manchester United, I said 5th, right? And that's now been, looking at that performance, and you can only judge it off one game. Of
course.
That's generous.
Oh, 5th. More than generous.
The only positive I'd say is there were a lot of other teams which we're going to talk about over the weekend who people expected and predicted big things, and they too got smashed. So that's probably your only positive. But for Man United, wow.
Well, I find it bizarre. I do find it bizarre. I think Dorgu started at least the first 3 games in pre-season in that position. And I always feel that when I see the lineups for pre-season games, it's just getting players fit, getting them used to it, X, Y, and Z, new teammates and so on. So never once did I think he's going to start wide left. I just everything about that team, like the Maguire, we should talk about the Maguire situation, holding Mazraoui when they... I mean, if you see that... Sorry, I'm just so flustered by it. If you see that on the training ground, you'll go, oi, come here. What are you doing? Can you try and put into context what he's doing?
When I watched it, right, so basically, of course, there's been a bit of a... I think McBurney's hit the post, keeper saved it, so there's a bit of a reaction afterwards. And it almost looks like, to me, Maguire's almost lost his bearings and just grabbed the nearest person towards him, which is Mazraoui, which has allowed Ajayi to go forward and smash it in the net. And it's just a mix-up in communication.
Is that worrying? That's hugely worrying,
It's not worrying, but
come on.
It's not hugely worrying because he's experienced, but in that scenario there, it's not a good look at all. When you look at that, because you think, what are you doing? But I think there's so many other situations. I mean, Bruno, where's he at? I've been here for the last season. Yeah. Bruno's the best thing in the world.
Yeah.
Where was his performance?
We played quite deep as well throughout that game.
Where's his performance?
I don't know. But as a United fan, I look at that and I think defensively we've got massive problems, right? Which we have. Attacking, we've got massive problems.
I still like Cunha and Buemo.
Yeah, but they're not they're not number 9s.
No, Sesko, I like your forward line. I think you've got good players, good options, but... And Man United won't be... Well, you think Man United won't be this bad. You're probably going to get beat Sunday by Ipswich. I hope. But it was for the optimism that I've heard from Man United fans, and rightly so, after the Michael Carrick situation, finishing 3rd. You finished last year?
Yeah.
Him getting more points than anyone in that period between him getting the job and the end of the season. I thought... I expected more. And even Hull, I thought Man United will probably win this. The fact that
we didn't lose, we got smashed.
Is worrying.
Could have been 1 and 2.
Pressure, innit?
I mean, look, Hull are, top 5 now. They are a Champions League team at the moment. So
that's true. So
it's a difficult place to go.
Ipswich 6th.
Just outside. Yeah, we'll talk about them later. We can't start the show on the day that Man United got smashed and Spurs lost, talking about Ipswich.
Well, Spurs later. It's about Man United now.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, good, yeah.
Although we could do Ipswich now. Should we do that? Just change the whole...
No. Right. Hey, listen, they might finish there, 6th, Ipswich.
Okay, we're not talking about Ipswich.
Great performance, though.
Right, we'll talk about that another time, right? Believe me, I'd love to.
Was it a good performance from Ipswich?
It was all right. We'll do that another day.
Yeah.
All right.
6th.
It's not about you all the time.
Would you go back to Friday night? Arsenal? Oh, my goodness.
What a horrible day. 03717223344, Man United fans. How worried are you after what you saw, the dross, the dog with fleas on Saturday? We're due to talk about Spurs now. O'Hara was meant to be here, Jason Cundy, but apparently he's bottled his chance to plug your show. What? If you're not watching but listening, you've put on a Jamie O'Hara mask. Is that a new thing? I mean, that's quite horrific.
I don't know what it looks like. How does it look?
What do you think it looks like?
No, I can't see myself. Does it look like O'Hara?
Have a look at the monitor.
By the time I do that, I turn away.
Oh, I see. Yeah, it looks ghastly, and I never use that word. Yeah. Have you put it on before?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, I've worn it before.
That is
so
vile.
Weird. It's so weird.
Yeah. So do you want to pretend he's here?
I can pretend he's here.
Okay,
yeah.
let's
Shambles! Shambles!
Good team.
Why is he not here? I heard he stormed out the studio again yesterday.
Last night, honestly.
Soon it's going to be more of a shot of his face.
I talk about Spurs.
Take the mask off, for God's sake. Yeah.
Honestly, when we talk...
Oh, put it back, put it back.
Put it on. I love getting into him about Spurs. It's so much fun. It's so much fun. And he was saying if they buy Savinho and Mamouche, they're guaranteed top four, top two. And I'm like, come on, mate, come on. The Ange mask will come out, and it just grew legs and arms. The thing, and it just exploded.
You got many more masks?
No, yeah, we've got Benty mask.
Have you?
No, no.
Don't wear him in a bank.
Do you know what happened though? Here's what happened with the Ange mask. We bought it last season when he took over at Forest, and we ordered it from I think South America. By the time the mask turned up, he'd been sacked.
The Eye of the Tiger.
Finished? Drive and talkSPORT, me Andy Goldstein. Happy Andy Goldstein. Why not? Darren Bent is here in partnership with Giacomo, styling brands for every man. United fans, I'm looking at my switchboard. If you want to have your sound national radio, pick up the phone now. There's room for you. 03717 223344. Still to come, Bentley's going to be looking back at a busy old weekend in his EFL corner. It was a bad weekend for a lot of top clubs. West Ham, when we talk EFL.
Go on the Addicts, Charlton. Go on the Addicts.
Slagging off West Ham, you know.
Come on, close to Charlton and West Ham.
Just quickly, the football with which Diego Maradona scored his famous Hand of God goal has sold at auction. Do you know how much for? The actual ball?
4 mil.
2.5.
Wowzers.
It's a lot of dough, that, isn't it? How do you know it's the exact one?
I always think that.
Yeah.
You know, it seems like everyone who owns this type of shop has got a signature from like Ali And I'm like, really? How many of them did he sign?
Even if that was the one he scored it with, how do you know that didn't come off and another one went on 20 minutes later? Very bizarre. Mohamed Salah scored twice on his first league start for Trabzonspor. Now, shortly we'll be taking your calls on Man United, 03717223334. In fact, dial that. We had a problem with our switchboard. It's working now. So, United fans, if you dial, you'll be next, 03717223334. But first, some huge names from the world of football have released a statement today about FIFA calling for change and for players to have a direct say. The group of names include Emmanuel Petit, Robert Perez, Mikel Silvestre, Juan Sebastian Veron, and the statement goes on to read, "We share the exact same concerns as the millions of fans around the world. Like them, we have watched the game we love drift away from its core values under FIFA's current leadership. We are delighted to say that former Arsenal and, of course, Man United defender Mikel Silvestre joins us now." Mikel, hello, good afternoon to you. How are you doing?
Good afternoon. I'm great. And you?
I'm good. I'm very well. Thank you so much for coming on. We will talk about Manchester United a bit later on. If we've got time, we can squeeze it in. Hopefully we won't. But just tell us a bit more about why you felt this statement was needed.
I think it was time to make a statement with other players, because we share our concern behind closed doors, men's and women's of the game, former players, international players from all different confederations. And it was time for us to speak up, because we've been silent for too long. And since there are a lot of discussion about reforming the current leadership and the way the organization is being run at the top level, it was a good timing for us to get out, put our name, our face being heard, and go public about our wishes.
So just to be clear, are you calling for Infantino to resign?
That's not for me to say. That's for him to go forward and say something, because we've heard excuses, apologies, but there's so many own goals you can score, especially on purpose. So, when time is time, he will come out and say something. Maybe he won't. That's not the point today. The point today is to be heard, to be part of the discussions, because players have been silent for too long. We know there is organizations, but we don't see the faces of these people, and there is a lot of former players who have been well rewarded during their career, and they carried on, and they are executive. They've got all the diplomas, all the charisma to be part of the discussion, but we've been excluded. So it's also a call for the fans, because without the fans we are nothing. So their voices have not been heard. The crazy prices of the World Cup was ridiculous. I've had many friends who attended, and they ended up out of pocket. They couldn't watch the start from the quarter to the final. It was impossible to attend the game. So we are hearing all these issues, and we want to be part of the discussion to improve it.
Mikel, let me ask you, it's a great question that Benty asked you about, are you calling for Gianni Infantino to resign? From when you've put this statement out, in your opinion, what is the best possible outcome that you hope to see from it?
A change. A change. Also, I think there is too much emphasis with the leader, the current leader. It's an organization. You're supposed to serve, and the only thing we hear about it's like a one-man show. So I think things have to change, because it's a global football we are talking about, and right now there's a lot of division because one person behaved not in the best manner to represent what the game is about and the way it should be run.
Let's move it on a bit and talk about the weekend's football. Although, if someone's just turned on their radio and heard me ask you a question and heard your answer of "we just want change," they might be thinking you could be talking about Old Trafford and Manchester United after the performance at the weekend. You obviously saw it. You obviously saw the performance. Is it a blip, or are there bigger problems, do you think?
It's something that we've seen already, like Brentford away last year. There's one team fighting for their lives, and the other one who is struggling, trying to adapt, to execute the plan, but without the guts, without the fighting spirit. In this league, you can't survive. So, it's only the beginning. Players will learn. They've done it in the past, and I'm sure they will bounce back. It's just it's not a great start for sure, especially against a newcomer. But that's a lesson that you can't repeat so many times, and it's been the case on many occasions, especially away from home. So the team will respond, I'm sure.
If you were in charge of the United team where would you hope to strengthen before the window closes? What positions?
Yeah, I mean, the defensive side of the game is a bit light, in midfield. In the centre back, there is too many injuries as well. There is not a setting pairing since many, many months, or a back four for that matter. So, I think this is the area that needs to be improved, because United is conceding too many goals since the last few years.
Mikel, what should be the aim for Manchester United this season? Now, of course, in your day, it's different. You're expected to win the league. This Manchester United team is completely far away from that. So this season, what should the expectation be? Or because it's Manchester United, it should always be to win the league?
No, let's be realistic. We would never say that, even if finish third. It's continue to progress. Address issues, sign the right players. Don't go crazy and spend 100 million on one player. But step by step, window by window, grab the wins, small wins, grab some trophies. But competing for the league title is out of order at the moment. Everybody is aware of it. The players, the staff, the fans. It should be the aim, but not now.
Mikel, before I let you go, just one final question, going back to what we originally got you on for, and that was the fact that some big names from the world of football have released a statement today about FIFA calling for change and for players to have a direct say. Obviously, along with yourself, you've got Emmanuel Petit and Juan Sebastian Veron. Are you looking for other players to join you?
That's the point. There will be other players, also with the time zone. Some of them will wake up on the other side of the world. I've been speaking to players from different confederation, men's, women's. Everybody's committed and wants to be part of it. So it's just the beginning, I think.
Okay, Mikel, thanks for coming on.
Thanks, Mikel.
Good luck with it all.
Thank you. Take care.
Thanks, man. There you go, Mikel Sylvestre for Man United. And Arsenal defender, I'd like to take calls on this rather than Man United.
No, I wouldn't. I'd rather just talk about Man United.
No, I think that's quite important. We should maybe...
Here's
the running order.
Let the football fan, Manchester United fans... No, you know what? Whole fans speak. Let them speak.
I don't think we've got room on the street.
We've got plenty of room for that.
Man United fans would take your calls in just a moment. 0371722
And Hull.
344. And Hull fans. First, it's time for a bit of no Googling. Yes, plenty of time for your call, United fans. That's where we're going in just a moment. Our question, first of three, which Premier League fixture has had the most red cards in history? So not the actual game, as in the 4th of March, 1987 or 1994. Which fixture between the two sides has had the most red cards?
Well, I probably could get that.
25
I could probably get
between the
that.
two teams. Okay, I don't really care.
I think it's a derby.
Of course it's going to be a derby.
Why is that?
Because they're the most irate ones, aren't they? There'll be a red card here in a minute, carrying like that. 03717 22 344. Can't wait for the next bit. Man United chat when we come back.
Michael, where are you with Isak at this moment? I just think that particular penalty, Szoboszlai was always taking it, and likes of Isak had far more to lose than he had to gain by taking that penalty. But where are you with Isak at this moment in time? And he looks to me, he obviously had big injury problems and all that stuff. The move was well documented. Newcastle fans are unhappy. What's it going to take for him to get playing with a regular confidence and show the ability that we know he has?
Well, I'm not sure about you, Ali, but I had plenty of injuries in my career, so I know how hard it is to get back, and you do need a bit of time. And everybody's given him time and understood that, but then he's sort of finished the season, then he's gone to the World Cup, and now he's had a pre-season, and you just think, okay, now we're starting to run out of excuses. We need to start seeing the real Isak, and we know how good he is. I mean, wow, we saw him for Newcastle. I mean, he's absolute class. But we haven't seen it for Liverpool just yet, and I think questions will come now. As I say, always give him the benefit of the doubt. in the past with Liverpool, but at the start of this season now we're expecting, and Liverpool absolutely need him. They've lost Salah, Ekitike's out. There's not that many options in attacking areas. They absolutely need him to be on top form. Yesterday, he was far from it. I thought he was a yard off, and that's worrying. But so was Wirtz. I thought he was really quiet as well. So, it wasn't the greatest performance for Liverpool. They actually did well to scrounge a point in the end. But obviously, he's the big money signing. He's headline maker. And, I can't say he played well because he really didn't.
Not a bad song, this Katy Perry's. I like it.
And you're gonna give me
Shut up and talk sport. Me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent alongside. Just quickly, I played golf today with Jamie O'Hara.
Let me guess, you got beat again?
Well, I can't tell you what happened because it's for the talkSPORT Golf YouTube channel. But let me just tell you, I'm not joking. The people that were videoing it or recording it or whatever, said it's the greatest match they've ever taken part in. Genuinely, he had everything. No. I swear to you that is true.
No.
I swear. I bet it'll be. I'll have a bet he does bigger numbers than any other one they've got. It'll be huge. I'll just promote the hell out of it every day. Before the break, I asked the question: which Premier League fixture has had the most red cards?
Is it Everton Liverpool?
It is Everton Liverpool. Yeah. Well done to you for cheating.
How did I cheat?
What?
When I cheat?
Was someone either?
No.
What's the attitude for? You got the attitude.
No. Man, I get beat. Look, it's honestly.
Shut up. Bentley will be looking back at a busy weekend in his EFL corner a bit later on. We can do that now if you want.
Nope.
Okay.
Let's give all their credit.
Yeah, whatever. Let's go to the phone lines 0371 722 3344. Lee is a Man United fan. Lee, good afternoon.
Hi, Pa. Hi, Ben here.
How did you right, mate?
Yeah, Pa, I was just ringing about United. At the end of the last season, the way we finished it, I was really optimistic. Paying just over $1,000 for my season ticket, I was like, yeah, we're going to do something. And then I felt like Ruben Amorim came home with us after that last friendly. It was shocking. We could be playing now and still not score. Yep. I just don't understand why we've not gone with an out-and-out striker. And when Šeško did come on, who's supposed to be our tailsman up front, he was coming down near the halfway line to get the ball and then pass it, and then he's too slow to make his way back in to even receive from either winger. Dorgu was horrific. Rashford came on, it was a lot more positive, a lot more attacking, a lot more just getting at him, which is what was crying out for.
Lee, let me ask you then, because the end of the window, we've got a little bit of time before the end of the window. Who do you want to see come in? Because it's obvious to me Man United need reinforcements. How many more do you think you need?
If it was me and we had an unlimited pot, I'd say 6 or 7.
Wow.
I think the whole defence needs replacing and reinforcements in defence after that as well, because I think we're just far too soft. We're not aggressive enough in the tackle. If you look at other teams, Brentford, for example, even Hull, the second one of our lads got on the ball, they had 2 lads there. They were just pressing us. We need another winger. I know Belieber's on his way, so we're well stacked in the centre. But I also think we need a striker. Zerts is going to be going, I assume. We can't just rely on Šeško. His injury record since he's joined us has been horrific.
It's not 6 or 7. The kids were like that. It's not. Thanks for your call. It's not just Šeško gets injured, right? We're Manchester United. We have got an argument. I haven't got information in front of me. There's an argument to be had that we have had throughout the whole Premier League. We have had the greatest set of strikers, right? Ruud van Nistelrooy, Wayne Rooney. If you look at all the great
and then
Van Persie, and now we're looking to get the goals. We're looking at a player, and I'm like,
you know, though,
I don't think
that level of strike you talk about though. Like Man City have got the one, and haven't they?
Yeah.
Other than that, if there's a lot of like Watkins is good. There's a lot of Igor Thiago's good. We'll see how he does this season, but there's a lot of good strikers. But that core of striker that you had then, that's like
Šeško, man. We're relying on Šeško. And also, sorry, just things are coming back to me. Remember that there was a moment where Ollie McBurney gets the ball on the right, beats 2 players and runs through the middle of the park. We made him look like Zico.
Yeah.
I mean, no disrespect to Ollie McBurney, but it's Ollie McBurney.
Yeah. What does that mean?
No, but you know what I mean? Like, okay.
Who's better, him or Šeško?
Well, in that game, he's head and shoulders.
Do you know what? I just think they Hull had a game plan. They executed it really well, and you lot just didn't show up.
Michael has showed up. He wants to say, hi, Michael.
Hi, are you okay?
Not really. How are you today?
Yeah, right, I guess.
Go on then. What's your mode?
Ahmad, he's out for what, 6 weeks?
Yep.
Mount is out for what? Well, they're keeping quiet on that.
What's going on there, by the way?
Hold on. You're not going to moan that we got injuries, are you?
No.
Okay, go on, carry on.
Defence is awful. I would have actually got Konsa.
Yep.
We need another striker, either Watkins, Mateta, but I think Watkins probably going Saudi. I don't think we're strong enough.
Do you believe in Michael Carrick?
Believe is a strong word.
Jeez, it's only been 1 game?
Well, it's 15 now.
Yeah, but it's not even that. It's pre-season as well.
Yeah, the Amorim one. The Amorim getting beaten by Amorim was the one.
Yeah, in the manner in which we got beat by him.
I just don't think this defence is cut out to play 2 games a week when Champions League comes along.
No, it's really
I think Luke Shaw and Maguire, this has to be their last season.
So I thought, I thought Luke Shaw was all right, actually.
Yeah,
is there anyone I do, but is there anyone knocking balls forward and go for it? But I've said defensively we're an absolute joke. Let's speak to a Hull fan. Ian joins us. Hi, Ian.
Good afternoon, Andy. Good afternoon, Benty.
Do you know what? I can hear your smile. I can hear it.
That's good. That's good. I'm glad you can. I'm going to go easy on you, actually, Andy.
No, go heavy.
Please don't.
Go heavy. I gave it.
No,
I need to take
I was only going to say that if your production staff would have let me on Friday, I would have explained how you could have reined in your impossible comment before.
I wouldn't have changed my mind.
That's all right then, Andy. I'm glad you're a man of your principles. That's very good. I was going to say on Friday, the reason why it's not impossible and nothing is impossible is because anybody who's watched us will know in the Championship what we have done all season, and we did nothing different when we played Manchester United that we didn't do all of last season.
Hold on. You can't get ahead of yourself. You're playing the dog and duck last season, and you snuck him through the back door, right?
We didn't play the dog and duck last season. That is very disrespectful to everybody else in the Championship.
No, but you understand what I'm saying.
It's a fantastic league.
It is
probably England's best kept secret because it is it's probably the most competitive division in football. It is absolutely an extraordinary league where anybody can beat anybody.
You'll be in it next season.
Come through that.
Honestly, see, Ian, this is the problem you have him over there. Do you hear that?
I did hear that, but the only riposte to that is it was 2-0, Andy. You lost 2-0 to a team that's going to be in the Championship next season.
I know.
How was that even possible?
Because we're useless. That's how. Okay, let me ask you this.
Of course,
I've got no problem with you beating us, right? Without a doubt, the better team.
Got a problem.
No, I haven't. I don't mind losing, right? It's like when we played you first game of the season. Keep Ian there. When we played you first game of the season last time out and we lost 1-0, I felt we were the better side, so that was harder to take. This time we were well and true. We're lucky to come second against them.
We lost to Arsenal.
And that's what I'm saying.
Yes, you'll take that on the chin.
No, but what I'm saying
is worse.
No. What I'm saying is, I felt it difficult to take because I thought we deserved to get something out of the game. This week against Hull, we deserved to get nothing, right? So I've got no problem with the result. But let me ask you, in your wildest dreams, honestly, hand on heartly, if you would have got through on Friday and spoken to us, would you have said Hull are going to win?
I would have said anything is possible. Honestly, anything is possible. It's 11v11, and that is the attitude that Sergei Ikirovic and these players have gone by. It's just 11v11. He instills belief into the players, and he's got this incredible bond with these players and this desire they will run through a brick wall for him. And it's just it's a bond that's proven exceptionally hard to break.
You've won one game.
Teams are struggling. We've won one game in the Premier League. Let's not get carried away.
Yeah.
As Sergei said himself, there are 37 to go.
Yeah.
But honestly, the best team won fair and square
100%.
on Saturday.
Yeah, you won't get an argument from me.
Yeah, it was just an incredible performance. All I will say on that is, if we can keep that level of performance going, then a lot of people are going to be changing their opinion from Hull our 20th and going down and see you later. You're in the Championship next season. We're not going to be in the Championship next season playing like that.
Who's your next game in the Prem?
Cov away.
Cov away.
Okay, that's a biggie.
Yeah, it's massive. Absolutely
already.
huge.
You get a nick a point there, you win. Wow, 6 points after 2 games, 4 points after 2 games.
Yeah, that is huge.
Who's your next game?
Thanks. And we've got Ipswich Sunday.
Yeah, the Tractor Boys, yeah.
Smashing it to pieces.
You see, there you go.
Proper Championship side. No, we will, that's a guarantee. Dave's a Man United fan. Hi, Dave.
Good afternoon, gents. How are we doing?
Brilliant. Absolutely fantastic.
Go on,
I wish
Dave.
I could say the same after this weekend, but...
Go on. What do you want to say, Dave?
Well, first of all, mate, I think it's fair to say, we all have to say congratulations to Hull City and fair play to them. They played a brilliant game and fully deserved the win. So, fair play after coming back in the Premier League. Has to be said, first and foremost. Second and third, where should we go? Because I think that was shocking. That was a shocking performance, and I think it was just embarrassing to watch. And going on to one of your first callers, I was in the same camp as him. Every time we personally convince ourselves that United are about to turn a corner, they just slap you in the face. And that on the weekend was one of the biggest slaps in the face, because going back off the form of last year, this is where I get unstuck now, is because if you look at the intensity with the way we finished the 15 games under Carrick, and the way that the boys played up front and the way they gelled, Šeško started scoring goals. The boys were running with some real good intensity off the ball, creating space for each other, breaking teams down. And that's what kind of made me think, okay, if we have a decent window in the summer, have a good pre-season, there's no reason why this team can't start the season well. But now we've seen, I hear people saying about 6-7 signings. I thought we've actually had some decent, the last couple of windows have been decent with Cunha and Šeško and the rest of them. And now we've got Tielemans and Andre Santos. I thought that's decent, but Tielemans, for some reason, looked miles off it, for one. They may need time to gel, but what's happened between the way we finished last season and starting that way, against the team, by the way, who, like the previous caller said, they played the same way last year, so this shouldn't have been a big puzzle to work out. And what worries me more, Andy, is the fact that we cannot break these teams down. Yep. We didn't look like we were going to score a goal all day.
Yeah.
If you played, and that's what worries me.
Yeah, I think with Dave, he's right. I think your performance will improve, but wow,
couldn't break him down.
That is a wake up call for you. That you over there laughing and giggling about how great you're going to be this season, challenging Arsenal.
I never said challenging.
Minimum second.
Never said
top 2 and all that. Carrick's better than Arteta. I heard you say.
You're such a liar. So when your kids up, I said that.
No, I think I heard you say that.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah. That's interesting.
That is, you know what you call that? That's a slap in the face. That whole city mauled by the Tigers. You were there laughing at them last week.
They'll still go down. They'll still go down.
Something like that.
Them in Ipswich, guaranteed.
No. Ipswich already got their 3 points.
There ain't no. Is that what you want for the season? There ain't no way we will lose that game of the week. It's that is as the last. No. I'll tell you why. Because it was so bad the weekend. We can't. You won't have that twice. Like once an anomaly. Like, do you know what? A broken clock is right twice.
Well, I see Ruben Amorim kill you, and I've now seen Jokanovic. Is it Jokanovic?
Yeah,
destroy you.
Don't matter. We ain't losing.
And that next Gary O'Neill.
We ain't losing. It was at home, by the way. First one of the season.
What's the score be?
4.
4 what? 2.
Man United. We'll talk about this on Friday, but I'm more convinced about the Ipswich home game. Hull, a good team, mate. Good team, Hull.
You said they get beaten.
Champions League at the moment, they are. Ipswich. We'll talk about Spurs, by the way, from 5. 03717223344 now. Spurs. Now they got problems. There's no way we can lose that game. That's impossible.
He's got to start performing, but he's been injured. So we've got no reference point. We've got nothing to really say about what he did at Liverpool because he had no real run in the team. And if Liverpool aren't going to play in a way that suits the player that they've bought, which is get the ball to him, then I'm not entirely sure what you're supposed to do. What's he supposed to do? Put the ball up on the edge of his 18-yard box and run the length of the pitch, and someone's going to be happy with that? You're not Heung-min Son, is he? He's a centre forward. And so with due respect to it, I look at it and say, yeah, is he? The question for me is, big players would have embraced that opportunity yesterday and gone back to Newcastle and wanted to prove a point. So is he a big game player? Is he a big club player?
I think we saw that. We saw that in Newcastle.
Should he not have demanded the ball?
What big games has he been at Newcastle?
Well,
big club?
Okay, I take you back to the semi-final Arsenal League Cup. You can say, look, it's the first thing they've won in 52 years or whatever it was at the time. And Isak was at boiling point. He was ruthless.
When you play for Liverpool, you're expected to win. You're expected to be a top player. When you're at Newcastle, people anticipate and hope and will you to be such. And they expect their club to do it. When you haven't won anything for 70 years, it's a different feeling than
you're
when you
now
go
contradicting yourself because you said, look, we need to give him time. We need to be patient. And I'm convinced that he will be a success.
I'm throwing all arguments into the equation. I'm throwing all parts of it because it's multifaceted. It's not one or the other. It's not a case of judging on one performance, but also if you're a big player, a really top player, You grasp. You've played with them. You know what they look like. You know what they think.
Top player gives you consistency, and that's probably lacking from it. It's an interesting watch, but I think he's going to be a big force in the Premier League this season.
Shut up for talkSPORT, me Andy Goldstein Darren Bent, alongside in partnership with Giacomo. Get fresh looks and great brands from Giacomo. Still to come. We'll bring you the return of Bentley's Tea Time takeaway. Producer Joe just said, what are the treats in there? We just had the fizzy ones?
Oh, Tanfastics.
Fantastic. Jack said there's an argument to be had that they are the best fizzy sweet on the market.
I think they're the best pack ever sweet.
Do you?
Yeah.
Now, I remember Marks and Sparks used to sell something called Fizzy Fish.
Yeah.
They were amazing. You think Tanfastic are the best?
Haribo, yeah, incredible.
Do you?
Yeah, best sweet.
Haribo have got that area of the market completely cornered, haven't they?
Yeah, they've just...
What are these ones called?
Star Mix.
I mean, they're all amazing, aren't
Yeah.
they? So bad for you, in a good way. Oh no, I've done that. Let me tell you about Anthony Gordon. Do you see his 2 assists in his basket?
No, okay.
Second one, he could have shot, but there was an element that he might have missed, and he just squared it. And I was thinking, I wonder if you just square it just to make sure you have the perfect.
Yeah, of course. That reminds me, actually, I need to renew my subscription of La Liga Plus.
Oh, you do it, do you?
Yeah.
How much is it a month?
$6.99.
And where'd you watch it? On what platform?
It's an app.
Oh, it's an app. You can't watch it on the telly?
You can. I've got apps on the TV.
Oh, right, okay.
But yeah, I watch mine on my iPad.
Oh, right. How much a month?
$6.99.
Okay. That's how much you pay, is it?
Yeah, La Liga
Plus.
Plus.
Good. Okay, it's good. Yeah. Well faded. Right, time now for this. Yes, time now to take a look at the return of Bentley's EFL Cornerway. Darren Bent looks back at a busy weekend up and down the league. Oh, yeah. Start with West Ham. Still waiting for their first win back in the Championship. They were beaten home by Charlton. Nuno, the manager, spoke to talkSPORT after the game. He said the fans need to trust the process.
What we've been working this season, it's clear that we're going to be protagonists.
He didn't say it. I'm hoping we've got it. Have we got it? We have it. Don't worry, now it's too late. How much of a disaster is that for West Ham? That's 2 on the bounce now.
Yeah, not great at all. Getting beat at home. I think they had the highest attendance this weekend. 60-odd thousand.
Of everyone, yeah.
Of everyone, yeah. But we said it, playing the Championship, when you play at a club like West Ham, is big pressure. Absolutely delighted for my old boys, Charlton. Started the season fantastically well. 2 wins from 2, but for West Ham, poor, really poor. And then the whole penalty situation at the end. Now, I spoke to a number of West Ham fans, right?
Yeah.
And most of them are blaming Jared Bowen.
Yes.
Said he's the captain, he's the best player, take the penalty.
I agree with you.
And the fact he didn't, and he let Tati take it and he missed it.
Why is he not taking it?
I don't know.
I thought that was very bizarre.
That he's yet to score a goal. in the Championship. Like, I expected Jared Bowen to go to the Championship with a point to prove and hit. I know he still could, but at 20 plus, be the best player in the division and drag West Ham back to the Premier League.
What's a bigger shock? Man City not getting top 4 or West Ham not going up automatically?
West Ham not going up automatically.
You think so?
Yeah, because Man City, yes, I get it, but obviously they've just lost Pep.
Transition.
Yeah, there's a transition. Whereas West Ham have easily got the best squad in the Championship by some distance.
Yeah.
But again, fair play to Charlton. Fantastic start
Great
for
result.
Nathan Jones and the boys. Yeah.
All right, let's move on to another one. The relegated sides, Burnley, they were beaten 3-1 away at West Brom, meaning they are level with West Ham on just 1 point. Meanwhile, West Brom have won both their games.
Yeah.
They sit second. Not the start that Nicky Hayen wanted for his start at Burnley. Do you worry for them this season? Or is it too early? I'm talking about Burnley. I'm talking about West Ham. Is it like okay, everyone calm down?
No, I mean, West Brom, really good. You have to say it was a really good performance from them.
Yeah.
But for Burnley, again, I put them in the same bracket as West Ham. They've got Target on the back. They came out the Championship. Everyone's looking at it. And West Brom, it was a great goal. I mean, when they went 1-up, the own goal from Styles for Burnley, I thought, all right, here they go. They'll get the result. But fair play to West Brom, reacted really well, equalised pretty soon on. And then after that, it was Isaac Price show, because he scored 2 great goals, by the way. So, yeah, it's still early, and you know what it's like. And I think because of the 8 places now gets you in the Championship, it is going to allow for certain teams to maybe start the season a little bit slower than usual. You don't want to.
No.
But it's not the worst thing in the world, because 8 places is pretty much half the league nearly.
Yeah, it's such a long way to go.
Yeah.
Obviously, in all these. Just quickly, we're running out of time. But I do want to talk about Leicester if we dip into League One. They are back-to-back relegation, struggling at the start of the season. Lost at home 2-1 against Burton.
Yeah.
What's happened? Is it as simple as, I mean, Russell Martin is. The last couple of gigs he's had haven't gone his way.
Not great. No, I think, it's a tough spot for Leicester to be in. And
would it be 3 back-to-back relegations?
Yeah,
There's no way that will happen.
I don't think that'll happen, but they're lacking leaders at the minute. I'm delighted for Wes Burns going there and getting a goal. Obviously, big Ipswich connection there. Delighted for him. But great result for Burton. But I mean, I was chatting to a Leicester fan before, and he was just like doom and gloom. The owner hasn't got a clue. They're riddled in debt. Who's going to go and buy the club when it's got so much debt? Even if it's 200 million, 150 million pounds worth of debt. It's not great. Not a great look for Leicester, but
the style of players were under Russell Martin, right? He likes to play. He tried it at Southampton, tried it at Rangers.
Doesn't work.
He's trying it now, League One.
Doesn't work.
Does
not work. But you know what? I always think in this scenario, right? Leicester over the years have had great success. That's a club that could do well. And I think Andy King's there, who spent the majority of his career at Leicester. More of those type of characters around that would go into the dressing room and go, listen, do you know what it means to play for this football club? Standards have got to be set. And at the minute, the standards have dropped so far, which is why Leicester find themselves where they are. But you hope they come back, because I look at Leicester and I still feel like they're a Premier League side. But the fact that where they are now in League One, shocking.
That was Bentley's EFL corner. When we come out, we're talking about Spurs. Just do you want a quick line from Tottenham fans?
No, I just expect you spend 300 and whatever it is million, and that's the best starting 11 you can come with.
Appalling. Their front three we're talking about. It's unbelievable.
Madison on the bench, but Gallagher's in the 10.
That was very bizarre.
Yeah, bizarre.
And also, giving Archie Gray the captaincy. I love Archie. I think he's a wonderful player.
You old, look over there now, trying to home in on Spurs.
Andy Robertson.
Honestly, after Man United.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
All right, we'll talk about this when we come back. All right? Attitude, all right? With Tottenham fans, you can be on the phone. You can have your say next. It's gone from bad to worse. 0371, a bit like this desk. 03717 223344. Tottenham chat is where it's at right after this.
I've got a league table in front of me. Guess who's bottom?
Who's bottom? Who's bottom?
Your mob. You're bottom. Bottom of the table, Jay. Jay, do you know what, mate? I offered you 10th the other day.
Look, mate.
You going down?
Mate, please, come on.
No, what do you mean, come on? You're bottom of the table. You're bottom. I mean, you love flirting with the bottom of the table. You've started the season bottom of the table. You could go down, Jay, again.
Well, On that, if we play like that, we'll go down. If we play like that, we will go down. It's as simple as that. Forget top 4. Forget European football. Forget all this, guff that we've been talking about with players coming in, a new era at Tottenham. If we play like that, we'll go down. Because you cannot turn up to a football match and play like that. That's embarrassing. They should be ashamed of themselves. Ashamed of themselves. How can you go through pre-season and then start like that?
They're going to clap the fans.
You can't start pre-season. You can't go through pre-season, all right, giving it the big one, and then turn up and play against Brentford like that. That is a disgrace, an absolute disgrace. And we get scammed every season by Richarlison, who scores a couple of goals in pre-season. You go, oh, he's all right, Richarlison. We'll play him up front. We'll start him again. And then we get the same performance that we get every single
Why didn't you put Dubravka up top? I said that at half-time, Jay. Nuisance value.
Over the years, we've been treated to some amazing exhibition events in sports. Some become iconic, but many fail to live up to the hype. So what are some of the most anticlimactic exhibitions? Technically, it wasn't an exhibition because it ended up being sanctioned as a pro fight, but it basically was. 2024 saw Mike Tyson return to the ring to fight YouTuber Jake Paul. The event, which Paul won, was streamed by 65 million people on Netflix, making it the most streamed sporting event ever at the time. But many complained of buffering and freezing. And as for the fight itself, well, it was considered an entertaining disaster. I mean, it wasn't prime Tyson. He was 58. And after the fight, Paul, who was 27 at the time, said he'd actually gone easy on Tyson towards the end. Now, Mayweather-McGregor in 2017 was a better watch, despite Mayweather going rope-a-dope early on, but it was way too expensive. Pay-per-view was 75 quid, and in the stadium, the cheapest ticket was over 370. Now, this next one you could have watched for free, only because the pay-per-view had streaming issues, so they had to open it out. I'm talking about Tiger versus Phil in 2018, which was nicknamed The Match. Massive names and massive rivals going head-to-head. On paper, it worked. In reality, it didn't. The two players were mic'd up, so we all thought we'll get fascinating insight. We'll be able to hear them insult each other for 18 holes. But what we actually got was more heavy breathing and sniffles. And for two GOATs, the golf itself was bang average. And speaking of GOATs, let's end with Messi and Ronaldo. In 2023, an exhibition between PSG and the Riyadh All-Star 11 saw them share a pitch for possibly the final time. To be fair, it was a goal fest, which PSG won 5-4, and Messi and Ronaldo both scored. But it was obvious they were past their prime. El Clasico, this was not. And with it being in Saudi, there were more sports washing claims. So there you have it. Exhibitions that have let us down. And I didn't even have time to mention the Community Shield.
Java talkSPORT, me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent.
It's encouraging sign.
First 60 minutes done and dusted. Still to come, we will bring you the return of Bentley's Tea Time takeaway, and I, for one, speak for the nation when I say I really don't care about that. But now...
Jack, love that.
Your stomach's still rumbling. The Spurs need to spend another £300 million.
Brentford 3, Spurs 0. I think this is probably just about game over as far as Tottenham are concerned this afternoon.
It's not encouraging signs.
Hey, there's bags to this
There's
game.
no encouraging signs right now.
You made your first shot.
We're 3-0 down against Brentford.
You made your first shot on target.
49 minutes. What on earth is going on? We've spent 300 million quid.
They're really undercooked, and they were absolutely battered by Brentford.
It's just the same old Spurs. We all get our hopes up, and then we just get let down again. It's the same old Spurs.
Yeah, despite a summer of spending, it was a terrible start to the season for Tottenham on Saturday. They were beaten 3-0 Brentford in the first game of De Zerbi's full season in charge. He spoke to talkSPORT after the game. He said he's not upset at the players. No.
Are you angry or frustrated at your team?
No, nothing. Never frustrating, never angry. I'm thinking a lot what I can do to improve quickly the team. Just in that I have my focus.
Oh, we got so much to talk about. Can you clear the switchboard so Tottenham fans can have their say? 03717 22 344. Lots of problems looking from the outside in. You have your say first on what was an awful start.
Well, first of all, I was fortunate enough to do the Brentford game the week before against Frankfurt, and I said to you how good they were. Sangare in the middle of the park is incredible. I like the front three, energy, creativity. They can defend properly as well. They can hit you on the counter-attack. They're a really good side, Brentford. And Keith Andrews again. Do you want to apologise to him?
I think I've done enough.
No, he needs one more.
Apologies, Keith Andrews.
Keith Andrews again, absolutely fantastic. But from a Spurs perspective, right, when I sat there and they have spent a lot of money, right, a lot of money on players. And I looked at the starting 11 and I almost thought, hold on a second there. What's happening there? Like, why is that the starting 11? You spent so much, and I get it. I know they've got people out like Van der Ven and these type of players, right? But they still had Mateus Fernandes, who they spent 85 million on the bench. James Maddison, who's probably their most creative player, was on the bench. Solanke, who is an international, could have started up front. Bentancur can play in the middle of the park as well. I looked at the starting 11 and thought, how have you spent so much money and it looks like you got worse?
Look at the front three.
I mean, Richarlison, who I actually don't mind Richarlison. I mean, he annoys me, but I don't really mind him. And I like Mikey Moore. He's a good young player, who will get better. I think he's got a lot of ability. And Mateus Tell. But Gallagher in the 10.
I mean, that's all of that. What you just said is appalling.
I mean, Gallagher in the 10. I like Gallagher, but he just legs and energy. Whereas Maddison's the creative spark that you need. But I looked at that team and thought Tonali had an absolute shocker. But Newcastle fans were saying to me that he was poor last season. I like Bergvall. I think he could go to another level. I really
think Tottenham fans disagree with you on that.
I like him, Bergvall.
Okay, I think Tottenham fans disagree, but go on.
But then, I mean, even Archie Gray getting their captaincy, he's a young
Let
young
me
lad.
ask you about that. Right, he's 20 years old. I was stunned when I saw it. You've got people like
Andy
Robertson, Van Hecker as well, of course, played at World Cup. But you've got, and no disrespect to him, and I genuinely mean that. He came on our show when we did James Madison Golf Day. Lovely kid, right? But I've spoke to many. You've talked about your relationship with Jordan Henderson, and from a kid you knew he had some leadership qualities. I don't get that with Archie Gray yet, right? He might go on to be Tottenham's greatest ever captain. I don't get that yet. I thought first game of the season, if you're 1-0 down and you're looking at your captain to come over to go, listen, you need to do this. Come on, we can win it. I don't see that in him. And
no.
How big a deal is that he was chosen as? None of the blame is on his shoulders. I just want to reiterate that, but. Is it something you look at and go, that's another mistake? That's another thing that got right.
I mean, Andy Robertson, we know he's Scotland captain. He's a captain. But maybe it's just a sign of that they see him as the future captain and they think, do you know what? And it's also massive confidence to him. Archie Gray's looking around the dressing room and going, oh my goodness, he's giving me the armband.
We often hear of players, big players, who when they lose the captaincy, they get better because it's like they don't have that responsibility.
Do you know, the only thing I'd say with him, Archie Gray, is that in this period of Spurs where they've been absolutely woeful, I know they've won that Europa League in amongst it, but still 17th finishing, just about scraping relegation. He's probably been the best player. He's probably been the one that
100% right.
hasn't kind of shirked his responsibilities and still tried to do the right things.
Spurs fan voted him player of the season.
Right. So in some respects, it actually makes sense to give him the armband because you think, well, he's leading by example. He's not letting the situation get to him. But other players as well. Oh my God! Honestly, the performance at the weekend, Brentford was one of those that you go there and if you're not at it. From minute one, they will run all over you. And that's exactly what happened. But I just looked at that starting 11 and I just thought, for all the money that's been spent, and I get it, like you pay what you have to pay for players now. The market this window just seems to have gone crazy. So they've probably had to overpay for players. But still, you spend that amount of money, and that's what you're left with.
You look worse.
You look worse.
Just a quick word about their defence and the goalkeeper. Kinski's their number one now, who I think's not a great goalkeeper.
Well, I was having an argument with O'Hara when you was off.
Yeah.
And I said, he was going, Kinski's all right. I said, he's all right, but you have to find better. Then we got into an argument, who's better, him or Ramsdale? And I said Ramsdale was much better than him.
100%.
Right? Kinski, like, he's a good backup goalkeeper.
He's not good enough.
They need a number one.
What I think Tottenham should do is go out and get Emi Martinez.
Yeah.
If they've got anything about themselves, right, you're getting an unbelievably good goalkeeper. Like one of the best, right?
Experience, World Cup winner, won the Yashin Award a couple of years in a row.
Go out and spend 35, 40 million on him.
I'm surprised they didn't go for Trafford.
Yeah.
Like,
Was it 45 he went
for Leeds, it's an unbelievable signing.
I agree with you. I think it's a little bit too much for a goalkeeper, but still.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. But either way.
If you paid 45 million for David Raya, you'd go as a bargain that.
Yeah, you would, but he's not David Raya, Trafford.
No, but Trafford is a very, very, very good goalkeeper.
Okay. But either way, Leeds have identified a problem and they've
sorted it.
Yeah, I think Tottenham have got. But if the window closes and Kinski's their number one, they've got major problems at the back.
Massively. But no, it wasn't a good look at all for.
Where do they go from here, Tottenham? Because Tottenham fans
can only get better, no?
Well, they've got Newcastle at home at the weekend. Now that's a massive game. Because before the season started, I was like, yeah, Newcastle, they're not. I fancied Liverpool to.
They looked. We're talking about.
They just looked well organised. Everyone knew what they were doing.
How quick are they going forward? Alanga, 100-metre sprinter.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, for Spurs.
And sorry, that's their next game. Tottenham at the back are suspect.
Yeah.
They've got that to deal with.
No, and there's no Van der Ven, the pace to kind of get you out of it.
No.
I just don't know where they go from this.
It's a little. Is that not a knee-jerk reaction?
No, Spurs will be better. I've got no doubts with the signings they've made. They will be better. But I just think if you're a Spurs fan going there, game one, with a bit of optimism, that was crushed straight away. Yeah. Game one.
The forward line, I think there's. If you're the Spurs manager and you're looking at all your options, you're picking Richarlison down the middle and Tell and Mikey Moore either side. That's a worry for Tottenham fans.
It is, and do you know what? In 5 years' time, maybe a couple of years' time, I like Mikey Moore. I think when you look at him, I think there is something there. I think he's a good young player. I think he will get better. But other than that, I mean, I thought Richarlison was going a couple of years ago. The fact he's still there.
Yeah.
I think he's made it quite evident he doesn't want to be there.
If Tottenham fans phone up and go, we need 50 million on a goalkeeper, we need a centre half, we need Are you looking at that going, hold on a minute, you've spent £300 million in this window. But you can't keep going.
No, but you know what? I actually like what they did with Robertson, Senesi, Van Hecke, Tonali, Fernandes. I actually quite liked it.
On paper, that's a really good team.
Yeah, I liked it because I almost thought, well, you know what? Fair due. They're doing their due diligence. Did they buy the Japanese number one as well? Or I made that up? Spurs. Who's bought the Japanese number one? Oh, Villa. But no.
Oh, goalkeeper.
The goalkeeper, yeah.
He's keeping Martinez.
Yeah. So I'm looking at the team again on paper. Fair play. But I think they still need one or two more, which means that they might have to go and spend, if they've got it, another 150 mil.
But you can't spend $500 million in a transfer window. And okay,
Liverpool closed that when they.
I know, but Liverpool spend that money to win the Premier League.
Yeah.
What are Spurs spending that money for? It can't be top 10. It can't be that. It can't be top 10. If you spend 300 million, what are you expecting? Top 10?
Well, no, I think so for them.
Right. If you spend another 150, so nearly $500 million, you got to be
top 8.
Got more.
No, it can't be.
You can't go up 2 places. You spend £500 million.
Sometimes drastic measures. What we saw? What one thing did you see from the weekend against Brentford where you could hang your hat on and go, this will be better?
Nothing whatsoever.
That's my point.
Going forward, they look terrible, as in front three, and defensively, keeper's not good enough.
No.
Keeper's not good enough. I mean, we've talked about Chelsea's keeper, right? Sanchez, not good enough.
He's better than Kinski.
Yes.
Yeah,
he's better. Yeah, he's better. But what I'm saying is, one of the reasons I say I don't think Chelsea are going to win the Prem, apart from Arsenal, but you can't win the Premier League with anything but a really, really good goalkeeper.
Yeah. No, I think it won't be this. I don't think Spurs will be this bad. It's not. I'm not saying it's an anomaly, but Brentford are a really good side, first and foremost. But it was just a big wake up call. And again, Spurs fans turning up and seeing the team selection, and they're all good players. You don't get to this level by not being a good player. But when you spend 340 million or whatever it is, the excitement, you're thinking, right? Because I'm thinking Spurs automatically top 8 when I saw the signings. After seeing what's happened now, I'm like,
if Spurs lose to Newcastle at the weekend, so none out of 6. Is it inconceivable and impossible for Tottenham to finish 17th again?
Well, Spurs' run is Newcastle at home, Forest away, which ain't easy.
No.
Everton at home. You never know. They looked all right at the weekend.
They did.
Then Villa.
Well, Villa looked dog.
Yeah. So, but I mean, they're all hard games in the Prem, but I just expected a lot more.
Right now, if you're going to put a pound of Darren Bent's money on, where would Spurs finish after what you've seen and everyone else?
12th.
12th.
Yeah.
That's no good.
340 million, you finished what?
03717223344. Phone lines are clear. Tottenham fans, get dialing.
Sorry. Someone's made a good point here, and I never understand this. Why does anyone try and get Jordan Pickford?
Well, we've talked about that many a time.
But do you know what I mean?
I don't know.
Like, if Spurs had an ambition to go, we need a top goalkeeper, and he's top goalkeeper. I know he's at Everton. In Spurs, but he has 50 mil.
Is it okay? Is it Everton and Spurs to step up?
Well, it depends on where you look at it.
What way you look at it? Is it a step up?
I mean, it's such an hard one because I know about the history of Everton, but I've not seen that Everton.
No, but for a club with everything they offer,
I put them in the same kind of bracket.
Yeah, me too.
But then Spurs are in the traditional top six.
Yeah, they are part of the big six. Yeah, that they are as well, right?
No, but if you've got ambition and you're a big club, you go and take other clubs' best players.
You're right. Emi Martinez, go get him.
Well, he's surplus to requirements.
03717223344. Tottenham fans, you can have your say simply by dialing that number, and if you do, there's every chance we'll speak to you right after this.
Yeah, fair play to Hull. I think Sergei Yakirovic is going to prove to be a very tactically astute manager. He's got Dean Holden as his assistant, obviously a boyhood United fan, but he was absolutely buzzing with that win over his club, and they deserved it, Hull. I thought they were brilliantly organised. I've pretty much been the only pundit on talkSPORT saying I think they've got a chance of staying up, and maybe people will come round to that way of thinking now, but the lack of energy, effort and endeavour from those Manchester United players is unforgivable. The bare minimum away from home against a newly promoted team on the opening day of the season, you have to match their levels of commitment. And these United players did not do that. And is it a surprise? You look at people like Harry Maguire and Luke Shaw, these players have been part of the problem for too long, haven't they?
So is Carlos Baleba the answer to your problems then? And is it going to happen, Crookie?
It's going to happen. I'm told it could even be announced as early as today. Whether he's the answer or not, I don't know, because you look at United defensively, so poor. The 2 goals they conceded. I've mentioned Shaw already. They definitely need an upgrade in the left-back department. It seems to be every summer they target one area of the team, the United hierarchy. Last summer it was the forward line, obviously bringing Cunha and Mbumo and Šeško. This time it's 3 midfielders. Tillerman's miles off the pace for me at Hull, and Santos didn't cover himself in glory, but hopefully from United's perspective they'll improve. They've got to work on that defence. You know, I don't trust any of the central defenders, to be honest. I know they've got Martinez and De Ligt to come back, but can they stay fit? History tells us probably not. Lenny Yoro's not ready yet, nor is Heaven on what we saw at the weekend. And as I say, Maguire's been there a long time now. You can't question his character, but I think you can question his quality.
How's that? Next March, the England cricket team face Australia in the 150th anniversary Test match down under. And as always, the Barmy Army will be there. And thanks to talkSPORT, Visit Victoria could be too. Enter now at talksportwin.com for the chance to score an incredible week-long trip for 2 to watch the 150th anniversary Test match in Melbourne with Visit Victoria and the Barmy Army. Enter now at talksportwin.com and get ready to experience the electric atmosphere that only a Barmy Army tour delivers.
No whole connection on this one, just a generic song. Good work, Jack. We've passed that now. It's Drive talkSPORT. Me, Andy Goldstein Bent is here in partnership with Giacomo Styling Brands for every man still to come. Of course, we're looking ahead to Fulham v Chelsea. And of course, it's live on talkSPORT later on tonight. Just quickly, Harry Kane has been voted Germany's Footballer of the Year for 2026. Good work, Harry.
Where's it on the Ballon d'Or race? When's that out?
I don't know when that is. I hope he wins it.
You reckon he will?
Well, who else will beat him to it?
I don't know, really. I mean, you got World Cup.
Rodri?
Nah, he didn't play the season, did he?
No, well, no, I suppose he didn't. Mohamed Salah scored twice on his first league start for Trabzonspor. And now we're taking your calls on Spurs. 03717 223344. What on earth is happening, Marcus?
Hello, guys.
How are you?
Yeah, well, it could be better and it could be a lot worse. But as a Tottenham fan, it's always getting worse before it gets better. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, where do we start? What do you want to say? Where's the big problem at Tottenham?
Well, I'm 40 years a Tottenham fan, right? And that lineup on Saturday just scared me. It just frightened me. I thought, what's that back four? Where'd that come from? Right? The midfield is like, imagine our most expensive player, Tonali, he took part, made his debut with the worst Tottenham team ever. Right? Richarlison is always, you start with Richarlison, you start with 10 men straight away. That guy's never given us, 15, 20 goals a season. He's been there 4 years. Right? I can't work out why Zerbi said about Tonali, he wasn't fit or something. Well, he weren't at the World Cup, was he? What's he been doing all summer? You got the other guy, Fernandes, on the bench. What's all that about?
That was bizarre, that.
There's too many questions that Zerbi needs to answer for Tottenham fans. Just say, look, this was my decision to make. I mean, if that was his best 11 that he could do after £300 million worth of signings,
that's a great.
And you couldn't even get a striker. That's what scares me. You couldn't even get a striker for 60, 70 million out of all that.
Marcus, what's going on with Maddison?
You tell me. Look, not being funny. Maddison, I know you've had him on the show. He's a nice fella. But in terms of England attacking midfielders, he's not even in the top 10 nowadays, is he? When you think about it. In terms of English attacking midfielders.
He's been out injured for over a year.
I know, which means that there's been 9 players ahead of him in the last couple of years who've been match fit, played in the World Cup squads or whatever, and been playing in the... Look at Morgan Rogers and likes of that. Morgan Rogers and Morgan Gibbs-White. We tried to forgo Morgan Gibbs-White 2 years ago. Yeah. Couldn't get him. Do you know what I mean? So we've gone backwards after a £300 million spend. The thing with Tottenham, this is a fact. Every time we have our record signing, they turn out rubbish. And I reckon the only time we had a record signing that was great was Gascoigne back in the 80s. And anyone can correct me, let them do so. But every time we have a record signing, and we had 2 this summer, Fernandes and Tonali, and not being funny, our record signings don't work out, mate. I don't know what's going on.
Give me some other. I don't know the history of your records. Give me some other record signings you've had.
Solanke?
Solanke, there you go. Solanke.
Yeah.
Richarlison was one. Kudos was another big signing. There was a guy called Ndombele, I think, a few years ago.
Yes.
Right?
Do you know what? He was decent, you know.
You keep saying that, but he didn't do nothing, mate. You can't say he was decent. He didn't do nothing. No Tottenham fans remembers him from any performance, any season. He didn't do nothing.
Yeah, go on, keep going.
Right, then we got, back in the day, we had a guy called Rebrov. I think he was a Russian or Ukrainian.
Yes, Sergei Rebrov, yeah.
Right. Then there was another guy called Pavlyuchenko.
Yeah, Pavlyuchenko, yeah.
Right. During Pochettino's era, there was a guy called Janssen. There was a guy, he was a Dutch guy called Janssen. He was a record signing striker. There was another guy called a Spanish guy, Soldado or something.
Yeah, Soldado.
Right. So I can go through all that. That's going back 20 years at least, 10, 15 years of record signings who have been rubbish. As I said, our best record signing was Gascoigne back in the 80s.
You see, you said about the Gibbs-White, and I said about Pickford and Spurs earlier. For Gibbs-White, if you're Tottenham, surely you go to Forest and you do whatever you can to get him. You're Tottenham.
You think so. But don't forget who their chairman is. He's obviously got some massive stranglehold over his players and his club. So getting a deal out of Forest nowadays is like, good luck. But like I said, that's who we was going for a year ago, 2 years ago. Morgan Gibbs-White.
I've got another one you've forgotten. I'm just Googling now. Xavi Simons?
Oh, don't make me laugh. We have this habit where we think, get us a tricky little winger, because we seem to be stocking up on wingers, left foot, right foot wingers. I do not know why we're going for that guy Savinho and the other guy Malmouche.
Yeah, I find that
I'm
bizarre.
saying stay away from them.
I've got another one as well. You paid $47.5 million for Brennan Johnson.
Do you know what, right? People might cuss him, but the guy scored a winning goal in a crappy team and a winning goal in the cup final, and he was the top scorer in a rubbish team that season. So he's got his critics. He wasn't the best, but you know what? He done a job.
Okay.
for scoring a goal and winning goal in the cup final, it makes him a legend. Tottenham fans might say I'm an idiot for saying that.
No,
But
I think if you score that goal that brings the cup home, I agree with you. Dennis is up next. He's a Spurs fan. Hi, Dennis.
Yeah, hi. I don't agree with a lot of what the last caller said because I think it's just too early. And you nailed the thing on the head when you said about the top three at Tottenham are useless. And they've got two players coming in, and I also don't agree. I think Mamouche is going to be a top player for Spurs because what he does that other players haven't been able to do is he runs in behind, and that's what I think Tottenham are missing. They've got to get behind defences, and I think that's what they're trying to do. I did want to mention, I know we've spoken about Man United, but one thing you didn't mention was the fact that Bruno Fernandes seemed to call out Carrick after the game in his interview, and that is a big problem for them because I think they've got problems in their dressing room again.
What did he say? I can't remember. What did he say?
He said that the tactics were all wrong against Hull. Now, if that's not speaking against the manager, I don't know what is. Yeah. And apparently there was a dressing room bust up. I know it's all, conjecture and whatever, but they've got the big salt back. They've got Fernandes on the. Is he looking for a move or is he looking for Carrick to go? It looks like one of the two, or pay rise.
What's amazing, right? What's amazing is that after that week one, like everything comes out, they're arguing in the dressing room. It's just
who finishes higher
out of Spurs, Man United.
Yeah,
Man United, I think.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Just because, right now,
I don't know why I'm agreeing with you because I'm biased.
After what we've just seen at the weekend, right? Surely, you are Manchester United, right? There's 3 or 4 players you go out and go, right, I don't care what it takes, get him. We need him, and him. Because there was a time when Man United, I know we're going way back, but there's a time Man United, if Man United want you, you come calling.
I know, but times have changed, right? And we're not.
Yeah, but still, you're getting Belieber, good signing. I mean, centre forward, I don't know where. But Watkins obviously doesn't want to go to, doesn't want to stay. But if you went to him, listen, here's $250.
Yeah, I agree with you.
3-year contract. Oh, come on.
I agree with you. Won't happen though. Still to come, we'll find out what Benty's serving up in his tea time takeaway. First, it's time for no Googling. Joe Willock scored for Newcastle yesterday, just 110 seconds after coming off the bench. We want to know what is the fastest goal scored by a sub in Premier League history. I will give you a clue if this is a clue. It took just 6 seconds from him coming off the bench to scoring.
Must be a set play. Oh, I think I know it.
Was his surname
was
again?
it in a derby?
Yeah. What was his surname begin with?
B.
Yeah, it is. Okay, we don't say it.
I think I was on a bench for that.
Were you for Spurs?
Yeah.
Were you really?
I think he comes on. They took a corner and he just gets up. Boom.
You come on in that one?
I don't know. Can't remember.
I don't think you did. More calls, more Tottenham, more football chat. We'll be looking back at the whole weekend of Premier League football, and of course we're building up to Fulham against Chelsea, a game you can hear live on talkSPORT later on tonight.
How you doing?
Yeah, very good. Good to have you on. What do you want to say?
I just want to say this stinky Arsenal chat from you boys this morning is nothing short of comical.
Go on.
Gabby saying that Arsenal should be winning the league with our spending. Well, both of you. You know, recruitment's a big part of it. Look at the likes of City. Well, not City, but the likes of Chelsea, United. They've spent loads of money. It's not a given that you're going to win the league. I think we've proven, the culture Arteta's built alongside getting the right recruitment, bringing Berta in. It's impressive.
Yeah.
So you don't think the money that you spent, you should be winning the Premier League?
I don't think it's got anything to do with the money. I think it's got to do with the quality.
You know what?
I think the quality of your squad is so good that you should be winning the league.
It costs a lot of money.
Definitely.
I agree. And that says more about the recruitment than just pure spending. Obviously, pure spending comes into it, but it doesn't mean that it's a given that we're going to win the league. Or I think we will win the league, but it isn't just as simple as saying we should be winning it. Arteta's not that good of a manager because of the spending.
Who said that?
Disagree with that. Well, that's what the sort of the signs I was getting from Gabby before. It was sort of like He should be winning the league.
No, when I'm saying you should win in the league, have you spent wisely? Yes, you have. Have you spent on players that have become fantastic players? Yes, you have. But you can't look at Arsenal's net spend over the last 6 years is nearly 800 million. You can't look at that and say, well, you know, we shouldn't be winning the Premier League.
Cricket balls are red, baseballs are white, American footballs are brown, and tennis balls are yellow. We don't even think about it really, but the story behind the tennis ball is actually quite interesting and even involves Sir David Attenborough. I know, here's the tale. Tennis has its roots in 12th century France when people used to make balls from all sorts. Cork, wool, chalk, animal fur and even human hair. Uniformity was found centuries later when people started making balls out of something called vulcanized rubber, invented in the US. But the balls kept on breaking, so a British lawyer, who also loved tennis, suggested they put a flannel covering on the outside, and thus the tennis ball as we know it was born. One problem, it was either white or black. And when the controller of BBC Two, Sir David Attenborough, decided Wimbledon would be shown in colour on the BBC in 1967, no one could actually see the balls on telly. So the International Tennis Federation went away and created a new colour called Optic Yellow, which would show up without the need for a 4K LED display. Not that anyone had that in the 1960s, of course. Since then, all tennis balls have been covered in that material and have their trademark colour for that exact reason. Amateur tennis players and dogs worldwide are forever grateful. You could say the ITF aced it.
Drive on talkSPORT with me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent alongside. Before the break, I asked a question: who scored the fastest goal as a sub in Premier League history? 6 seconds.
Lucas Bentner.
It was.
Header. I showed you it, didn't I?
Yeah, it's a good goal. Just quickly, your young boy plays for Coventry.
Mm-hmm.
The season started for him yet?
No, he's not back yet. He gets back tomorrow.
He didn't get back. Was he on pre-season tour?
Holiday.
Oh, of course, yeah.
he's on holiday.
But has the season started? Has he missed any games?
I think he might have missed one. I think potentially.
Oh, that's no good, is it?
No, but
That's poor. How old is he?
12.
Bad, man. That's poor. I'd drop him.
No, no, he's ready to go now. He's been working hard in Portugal, working hard. Runs, garden, shuttles, shooting.
Absolute garbage.
Not garbage.
Kids don't do that.
He does.
Does he really?
Mm-hmm.
He wants it, does he?
Yeah, does hill runs.
Why? What's that?
Like sprint hill runs up.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, he's ready to go, man.
Like on the, what do you call it when you do it on the running machine? You put it up. What's that called?
The grade.
Yeah.
Gradient.
Gradient, yeah.
No, he's ready to go, man.
Good luck to him.
Yeah. I need to find out who's got Sunday so I can watch, although I can't watch actually. I'm at Old Trafford.
Who's got what?
I'm at Old Trafford.
Do they not? Can you not watch the games live? They don't give you special logins.
No, but after no, 'cause they don't record it live. But after they'll send me the game.
Oh, they will do that.
Yeah, and then I'll clip it up and then show it to him.
What do you want? And then what? Sit him down and go.
Yeah,
for it?
damn right I do.
Oh, you've been awful, Dad.
Why is that?
Should have squared it here. Should have crossed it. Should have hit it first time.
What's wrong with that?
Is that what you do?
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be awful. Son, he's 12.
Yeah.
And he wants to play with his mates and go on TikTok.
I want to give him the best opportunity.
No.
And by me doing that, gives him the best opportunity.
He'll just look at you and go, shut up, Dad.
He won't.
Oh, how long do you sit with him?
That depends how long it takes.
Go on, how long do you sit with him? Half hour?
Half hour?
Going through it all?
45 minutes, yeah.
Right now, in the 9th minute, you should have...
No, I'll go, look, what do you think here? Press play.
Are you really?
And he'll watch it and then he'll go...
Go, whatever.
No, he'll go, Dad, do it again. Press play again. And we go through it.
That's terrible.
Please tell me how that's terrible.
Just let him live a little. He's 12, mate.
No.
That's the problem with parents. Pushy parents.
Hey, you've got plenty of time to live. If he wants it...
No, but it's too much.
We don't do it in halves in our house. If he wants to do it properly, he does it all the way.
No, but that's too much.
It's not
I
too
bet you
much.
scream and shouting from the side.
No, don't scream and shout. Scream and look.
I bet you... show me the look. Oh, my God. Never want to see that look again.
Yeah, no, hey, listen, it's about giving him the best opportunity. And if that helps him...
Sitting him down like you see on the...
No, sorry, Joe, no, but this thing here...
Yeah.
So we've sat in meetings before with these coaches.
Oh, I thought you meant a meeting with your kid,
No,
right?
And they've chopped up videos and they show it.
Yeah, but that's his coach. That's
right?
fine.
The exact same ones I've showed him already. So he's already ahead of the curve.
Yeah, but his coach is doing it.
Nah, trust me. I need it fresh.
Your dad. No,
I need it fresh in his mind
No.
for the next game.
No.
And
So,
what
okay,
happened?
so let me ask you
I told him one thing before.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, Dad, showed him it on the screen. If you'd have done this, next game, what does he do? Does exactly what I told him, scores 2.
Right, let me ask you this. If you got younger kids than that, right? How old are they?
8.
Twins. Right, if one of the twins grows up, right, and he's like 14, and he wants to be a broadcaster and wants to be the very best.
Yeah.
Are you telling me you're going to show him bits of me broadcasting?
No, because
Right,
I'd show someone who's good.
Oh, right. What's your mate say?
Hey,
What's your mate say the weekend?
I know.
Hey, press play on your phone.
I'd probably go Jim White.
What's your mate say?
I'd probably go Jim White.
Yeah? Is that what your mate said?
Honestly.
Is that what your mate said? Is
No, I'd probably say Jim White.
that what your mate said? Head of Premier League TV, is that what he, yeah?
No, if I'm being honest, if he wants to be a broadcaster, I have to show him clips of somebody. It would probably be in this building.
Just press play, Jack.
Yeah, that is funny.
How you doing? It's Darren Bent. Takeaway. Can I take your order, please?
Get my hands, marinate all up in the thing. I like my medium well. Ginger beer. Oil over it. Get my brush thing, get the oil over it. It better be Heinz. If it's not Heinz, honestly, I'll lose it.
I'm Darren Bent, and this is my tea time takeaway.
You know, we didn't have our jerk off last time.
No, we'll do it.
We need to do our jerk off. We do. We have to do it, otherwise we'll never do it. Time for the return of Bentley's Tea Time Takeaway.
I need to download that hoodoo.
What?
I need to download the hoodoo for the
Where
clips.
horrific kids coach Darren Bent serves up his 5 key takeaways from the weekend's Premier League. We'll start off. Oh, you know, this is the part where you act. Where do you want to start, Darren?
I want to start about what I saw on Saturday. Actually, it wasn't Saturday, it was Sunday.
Oh, you already had to live that
No,
one.
yeah, but I did it deliberately.
Oh, fine. Okay, well done.
Yeah, part of the show. Villa desperately need reinforcements.
What word?
Villa desperately needs reinforcements.
Let's hear from the Villa manager, Unai Emery. He was asked after the game why Ollie Watkins wasn't in the squad.
I can't answer it. This is the question for him. The player we were here because they were available and well, they were in the commitment we need to play and to try to get good result. Of course, today we were unlucky without the strikers. And Watkins' issue is one thing he can answer himself.
What do you make of the Watkins situation? I mean, it's done now. He can't come back after that. He's got.
I mean, he can come back, but if he's refused to play, he's let the club down because the club have been good to him. They spent a lot of money, and don't get me wrong, he's repaid them with some fantastic performances, for a lot of goals, helping them getting back in the Champions League, helping them win the Europa as well. And I just think in that scenario, they don't refuse to play. I mean, do it the right way. If the team in Saudi, you want to go to Saudi, they're going to come for you. They're going to come for you. But yeah, he's better than that, Watkins. I think he's better than that. And Aston Villa fans have got a right to feel let down.
He hasn't been treated great, right?
How do you mean?
Well, because they got in Marcus Rashford on loan and they dropped him.
Mhm.
They were playing for a long time. They were playing
Duran.
Duran.
Yeah, but that's management. That's just football.
I know that is, but
that's not treating him
everyone
badly.
needs to be loved when they're at a club.
I get that.
And every time he scored goals, it dropped someone else.
I get that, but no, sometimes it's just football. You should never refuse to play. I think you just if he wants to move to Saudi, they will come and get him. And if he speaks to Unai and says, "Gaffer, I'll still give it everything, but my desire is to play elsewhere," Unai might leave him out rather than him make. And now he looks like the bad guy.
Yeah.
So if he has to come back and play,
How will this end?
I think he'll go.
Have they got real problems, Villa?
Yes, badly. I think the squad depth. I mean, you can't lose. I know it's fair. They've brought in Suzuki, who I think is a good signing. They've brought in. Is Goretzka there yet? I think that's a great signing. They've obviously got Wan-Bissaka as well in as well. Manzambi. So they are recruiting really. Garnacho, of course. But you look at the big players that have gone out, man. I mean, Konza, who I think is one of the best in the league.
Yeah.
You've got who else went? Luka Digne went. You've got Morgan Rogers left. If now Watkins goes as well.
What about
Tillemans as well. Yeah, it's a tough situation for them to be in Aston Villa. And what happened at the weekend? Again, they won't be as bad as that again. But it weren't a great look for them at all.
Where do you want to go next, Darren?
Well, do you know what? I heard again a few Newcastle fans that are worried about Eddie Howe leaving, them sending their best players, but it's not all doom and gloom for Newcastle, you know.
Oh, Red.
Yes, definitely. We can really build on that. It was an amazing start. I'm, again, really proud what I have seen. And now it's time to be realistic, to also analyze it in the right way. We have potential, and then we need to go forward from there.
That was, of course, Matthias Yes was speaking after the game. Did you see that performance coming from Newcastle?
Nope. But he got the tactics spot on. I mean, the team selection, Visser in the 10, the way that they attacked and the pace and the energy that they came with Newcastle, I was like, oh my God. I didn't see that coming because Barnes can run fast. Alanga is like a 100-metre sprinter. Visser probably played his best game for Newcastle since he got there. And I thought Osula led the line really, really well. I don't think it's all doom and gloom. And they're now in for Nico Gonzalez for Man City.
Yeah.
Of course, there are going to be a few bumps in a row because I don't think their bench looks particularly strong.
Were they that good, or were Liverpool that bad, or a bit of both?
They played really well.
Yeah?
Yeah, the occasion, they were up for it against Liverpool. I thought they were outstanding, scored some good goals as well. But it's definitely going to be a bump in the road, I think, for Newcastle. There's going to be times where they are going to struggle. If they get one or two injuries, maybe the squad's not big enough. But if you're a Newcastle fan looking at that game yesterday against Liverpool, you're proud of your team for sure.
Was it a penalty, Lewis Hall challenge? Was it a penalty?
Yeah, of course it was. Even if you dangle
think so?
Yeah, you dangle a leg out there, it's a pen. Oh, mate.
Okay.
He's on our show. Drives done everywhere now. From The Chase.
Yes, that works well on radio because people have
What's
no
his name
idea.
again, The Chase?
I don't remember his name.
Do you know his name, Joe?
He met us out in New York.
The guy, The Chase.
Brilliant.
Sean.
Brilliant word, okay.
Sean Wallace.
What do you want to do with that information?
Sean Wallace.
All right.
Great guy.
Not as good as Gromit. Should we go to Man City beating Bournemouth? Should we do that?
Yeah, Man City is still a huge threat.
Yeah, we don't need to. Not their best performance.
No.
Worrying moments throughout it. Mark Gurley starting in midfield. Do you think that is a message to the board from the manager saying, I need reinforcements in the middle of the park?
Do you know what? I think it was a bit too early for him to be sending messages in game one when he's already under pressure because Pep's left. So I generally thought he thought that was the best way.
Do you really?
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, I don't think that was a message.
I don't.
I don't think.
No way you can play Mark Gurley.
Well, he did it and they won.
I know, but it was just they were 1-0 down.
Yeah, and against a very good Bournemouth side.
Yeah, no, it was. But Mark Gurley's not a midfielder. He doesn't play midfield.
No, but he obviously looked at that and went, do you know what? From what I've got available.
They had midfielders on the bench, two, I think.
Yeah, but no, he thought this is the best way about getting a result. And they did it. And listen, it worked. He played midfield, scored a great header as well, defended well. But I still look at Man City, and I'm not down on them like other people are. Some people are saying that.
What do you mean? What are they saying? Down on them? What?
Like, they'd be 10, 15 points behind Arsenal. I don't see it that way.
I do see you running away with it.
No, I don't.
I really do. In fact, I'd say it's done now.
On TV, on paper,
yeah,
their team, Donnarumma, okay, Rico Lewis, who I don't think is good enough for that level, but Nunes is better. Kushinov, decent. Ruben Diaz, Vardiel, Gahey, Anderson, Foden, O'Reilly, Semenyo, Haaland.
Great team.
That's and on the bench you've got Nunes, Kovacic, Shirky, Grealish, Ent-Nouri, who they spent a lot of money on. Marmoush is still there, and they're bringing players in. But obviously, Bouadi's coming in.
Yeah,
mate, they're going to be there or thereabouts.
Okay. Sadly, we haven't got time to talk about Hull. We've done that, and we've talked about Spurs losing.
Well, I'm going to say that I think Hull put in the performance of the weekend.
Okay, let me ask you this: from what you've seen, we've got one game left. Fulham, Chelsea. It's live on talkSPORT, by the way. Build up begins when we finish at 7. Your bottom three right now. No, I'm serious. Who do you think? Why'd you laugh at that?
Because I think you're expecting me to put United in.
No, not at all. Genuinely, no, we've seen everyone apart from Fulham and Chelsea.
United.
Come on.
Now,
who's your bottom three right now?
United.
It's not though, D.
Okay, for what you said, for what I've seen so far,
Yeah, but you
got smashed by Cole.
I know.
You're struggling in the champ.
I know, but you know they won't be. You know that. Let's not be stupid.
No, but okay, if you said for what I've seen,
you won't be seeing anything in a minute. But you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay. For what I've seen.
Well, you know United because your brain would tell you that United have got reinforcements and it won't go as bad as that, and so we won't be in the bottom three.
Okay,
like for example, it's Sunderland, right?
Yeah.
From what I've seen, and they've got European football. I'm a bit like, actually, that I've changed my mind. They might be in it because you initially said Leeds.
Yeah, they won't go down.
And you got absolutely sorted, so you got scared and changed your mind.
Yeah. Okay, United. 1.
You think United will go down?
Maybe, yeah.
What's it about?
No, but only from what I've seen. You've asked me for what I've seen.
This is why I hope Ipswich go down. Nothing against Ipswich. No, nothing. But you pick on my team, so I pick on...
You said what I've seen.
United won't go down.
I know that, but you said from what I've seen.
Okay, let me rephrase.
United put in the worst performance this weekend I've seen.
From what I've seen and what you know about football over the whole course of the season.
Yeah, okay, I'd worry about Sunderland.
Yeah, why?
Because of European football and the way they played against Ipswich. I mean, Coventry, it's a bit unfair to them because they played the best team in the country, but
away,
so that's a bit unfair.
Unfair.
And I've not seen Fulham yet play tonight, but the rest, I mean, Leeds, fair play, Leeds ain't going down. They're just not going.
You changed mind.
Yeah,
you're a good pundit.
Yeah, not going down. Yeah. You said, hold on, impossible over there. Hull can't beat Man United. It's impossible. Smashed. Oh, Jack, you got that clip for me? Impossible.
Of course, you ain't got it.
Yeah, go on, Jack.
That's the wrong way. No way, Jack. There's no way we can lose that game. That's impossible.
And I'm a bad pundit after that. Jesus.
That's the break, Jack.
Well, it's not impossible.
That's impossible. We'll win that.
How is that impossible?
It's impossible.
See?
No, trust me.
Would you both have expected better than what you saw from Tottenham? And I think the answer
I'm
to
not
that
surprised
is,
that they lost.
Oh, yes.
I'm not surprised that they lost, but the
Not
manner...
taking anything away from Brentford, though.
No, the manner in which they lost surprised me.
Right.
There didn't seem to be any
Right.
fight or any change in gear, or the mindset hasn't changed. It's exactly the same. A soft underbelly from Spurs, and they're going to have to eradicate that very quickly.
And both of you think they'll do one hell of a lot better than 17th.
Well, they've,
So
with
do you
the players
still
they're
have
now buying,
heightened
yes.
expectations that they might be top half? Then they might be top 6.
No, I'm thinking top half of the table. I'm not saying they're going to be, it would be a surprise. They could do 6th, 7th, but they're going to have to improve massively, Jim, from what we saw at the weekend. And where are these players that have been injured for so long? Look, there's an awful lot of players.
Fit, isn't he?
Van der Ven wasn't available, Jim. You look at the back four, there's hardly anybody playing from last season. So, they're facts, but get them fit then. Let's get them out there.
We saw Newcastle yesterday and how they went about it.
They're at home.
We saw... They're at home, yeah. But we saw Tottenham and how they went about it. And it's chalk and cheese.
But I think this is great for De Zerbi because he'll sort the wheat from the chaff. And for me, I don't have any expectation of Tottenham. They're not my football club. So, I don't particularly admire their board and I don't particularly like their manager. So I don't have an objective view. So I'm quite happy to see them struggle. But that's me being mean-spirited. But you would, for the Tottenham fans, who are plenty of my friends are Tottenham fans, you've gone to Brentford. You've been battered. You could have got beat 7.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't have been a surprise because they were that dominant. They missed the penalty. They had other chances, Brentford.
Yeah.
A lot of that is because Brentford are a really good side, and playing Brentford away in the first game of the season gives you a false sense of security.
cricket team face Australia in the 150th anniversary Test match down under. And as always, the Barmy Army will be there. Thanks to talkSPORT, Visit Victoria could be too. Enter now at talksportwin.com for the chance to score an incredible week-long trip for two to watch the 150th anniversary Test match in Melbourne with Visit Victoria and the Barmy Army. Enter now at talksportwin.com and get ready to experience the electric atmosphere that only a Barmy Army tour delivers.
What a banger that is.
Just for you.
Good, man. Put me in the mood, that.
Bit of 54 Ultra.
Good, man.
Talk to you.
Drive on talkSPORT. It's me, Andy Goldstein. Someone that does talk to you is Darren Bent in partnership with Giacomo's. Get fresh looks and great brands from Giacomo.
Let me ask you, who do you think the bottom three is then? From what you've seen so far, realistically.
Ipswich?
See, I mean, that's what I'm saying. I'm ridiculous at Man United.
You just asked me a question.
So you think so?
That's what it's like working with you. You ask me a question, you're not happy with my answer.
So Ipswich winning makes you think they're going to go down.
They left it late. It wasn't the best goal in the world. They didn't look great. I'm thinking they got smashed the weekend. Ipswich? I'm not making my mind up, but definitely them. Still to come when we joined. Right.
Petty.
Arsenal, Coventry.
Yeah. Arsenal,
any other sides you're related to?
Arsenal, it's going to be crazy.
They'll win it by. I reckon they'll beat the 100-point thing.
No, they won't.
They will, mate. They will. No one's going to get them. No one's going to go near them.
Second at the minute.
Who?
Arsenal.
yeah. Still to come, we joined by Danny Murphy, head of Fulham against Chelsea. It's live on talkSPORT tonight. I can't wait for that. Right, time now for this. Yeah, some of the best of talkSPORT friends, where we run you through some of the recent moments from across talkSPORT and our sister stations. Let's start with the Sports Bar. Now, there's a high-level conversation between talkSPORT's two space experts, probably because there's loads in their head. Hold on, I haven't got my glasses on for this.
What? Oh, bloody hell. I was trying to crack a joke in this.
Well, okay.
Stalled.
All right, Andy Lound and Jamie O'Hara. Have a listen.
Obviously, the sun is huge.
Yes.
The moon ain't.
That's right.
But it completely blocks it out.
Yes, the sun is 400 times smaller than the diameter of the moon, but it's actually 400 times further away. And on the 28th, of course, of August, we've got a lunar eclipse where it happens the other way around, where the Earth blocks the sunlight from the moon on going onto the moon. So the Earth is between the sun and the moon. And
okay, hold on.
And therefore the moon goes slightly.
Okay, so the moon, Earth, sun.
That's it.
I'm that cool for today. I still don't think there's anyone on the planet who can answer my question about sitting in space, top of the bottom, waving upside down. I'll tell you what we need. We need Cox on the show. Brian Cox, we need him to explain it. What do you make of the eclipse the other week? Did you watch it?
I tried to. I had no special glasses. I just looked up and...
Here's my question, right? Everyone goes on about the special glasses. Everyone.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know one person that's been injured by looking at it and not having special glasses.
No.
Isn't it? Not one reported case. What happened to you?
No,
Why are you blind?
No,
I looked at the lunar eclipse.
No, I think it was burning sensations in the eye.
I don't think anyone's had that.
No,
ever. You ever heard a
news.
report of that? You all right, mate? What happened to you? Oh, years ago, I looked at the eclipse. And what's the universe's biggest unsolved mystery? Good question.
Oh, there are aliens out there. That is unbelievable, dude.
Looks like they're coming. You saw the film I mentioned.
Yeah, Disclosure Day.
You like it?
Yeah, it was good. Enjoyed it.
Good film. If you landed on the moon, what would your first line be? What is you getting off the... That's good. So you're getting off the one small step for man, one giant step for mankind.
I get up and go, it's right to be fair. that
very good.
Yeah, it's right to be fair.
It's all right to be fair. That's brilliant.
Shove an Ipswich Town flag up there.
We might as well put it at the bottom. Make sure you get your calls in to Candy and O'Hara when the Sports Bar is back tonight. Back at 10 p.m.
Over to Manchester United getting smashed by Hull City live on talkSPORT. Let me say that again. Over to Manchester United getting smashed by Hull City live on talkSPORT. Here's the former United gaffer, Steve Bruce, having a big old moan.
They'll be disappointed that they haven't defended set pieces well enough, because we know a big important part of the game that is. Thank goodness for that. That music has gone off. Dear me.
Oh, that's ringing in my ears.
Shouting and bowling in a disco here. Disco? Are they still called discos these days?
I don't know. I don't go to them. I don't know.
So it's,
some people call them.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's a really, really awful result for Man U. Of course it is.
What's the one thing you change about going to football? Do you ever go?
I just don't like crowds.
No, you don't. Yeah, you don't like people.
No, I don't mind people. It's just too. I can't stand it when there's people next to you. You know, like it's such a tight space. Like if I walk down a market, you know, we go to what's the market across Borough Market?
Yeah.
Even that, hey, it's just too.
What when
tight.
you go on the train?
Well, I'm lucky. I travel like midday-ish.
Yeah.
When there's no one about, and when I go home, I've missed rush hour.
Right. What's something that makes you feel old? I mean, your clobber sometimes makes you look good.
Nothing. Your jokes, I've heard them so many times. I must be like 80.
Done?
That.
Okay, nice. When are you going to see
your clothing today, which is really poor?
That's beautiful.
No,
when are we going to see you back in the studio to make another song?
I don't think you are.
Okay, a reminder, there's even more Premier League this evening. Alvaro Arbeloa.
Well said.
Fulham take on Jabi Alonso's Chelsea at 8 p.m. live and exclusive on talkSPORT.
Finish with more Sports Bar finalists. O'Hara trying to set a world record for the world's loudest scream. Can you turn it down a bit? Let's not put people off our show at 5 to 1 in the morning. Very quiet, please, Jack.
Are you ready?
Jay, you ready?
Go.
Loud, come on, Jay.
No! That went to 128. What was the record? That's a world record. You're having me on. I saw 128 on there. I did. There's 120. Yeah, it was. And 122.4 is this guy's. Oh, come on.
Is that your world record?
Come on, mate.
Jay,
You just got a world record.
Jay, you got a world record.
No.
Jay.
The show used to be good, didn't it, Bill?
Yeah.
Bill used to work on it with me. Running out of stuff to do. Loudest scream. When was the last time you had a good scream? Don't do it now.
Probably my little boy sports day.
No, probably when you're watching your kid going over his football moves. And you videotaped them, went through them for 4 hours.
Chopped them up. Hoodle, chopped them up.
What does that mean?
Hoodle's the app, and I chopped them up.
Okay. If you could hold the world record for anything other than sport, what would it be? Good questions, Jack.
Other than sport?
Most films watching today?
Nah, most Academy Awards won. 12 Oscars.
What, you'd win them?
Yeah, both.
Uh-huh. What scares you more than anything in the world?
Scares me more than anything in the world?
Lion?
No.
About snake? You showed me a picture of that massive snake, didn't you?
Yeah, no, snakes.
Failure?
Yeah, maybe failing at something. Me trying to achieve something and not getting there.
Everyday 4 to 7.
Nah, it's not actually, thank you.
For even more Candy and O'Hara, you can find them on the Game Day phone-in.
Jack, no, 21 minutes to go. No, cancelled. Yeah, you're right, Jack.
Encouraging Signs, wherever you get your podcast. Sadly, you can't find the locker room.
No, sadly, you can't find 21 minutes to go.
Just done that.
Because it's cancelled.
It's not cancelled, it's coming back.
That's not.
It's coming back, breaking news, it's coming back.
On what? talkSPORT 2?
Spotify.
No, it's not.
Big bucks.
They binned it.
No, that's where you're wrong. By the way, if anyone's Spotify is listening, you can find all of our shows and talkSPORT. We can swipe between talkSPORT, talkSPORT 2, and all of our other systems so you don't miss a moment. When we come back, we'll be joined by the ledge that is Danny Murphy ahead of Fulham against Chelsea. It's live on talkSPORT tonight.
For the record, we've had 7 different Premier League winners.
Over 33 years, over 34 years.
But this time...
Wow.
But this time, Simon, do you not agree that this is probably the most competitive ever Premier League season on the horizon?
For participation, not for winning. You're going to be one of the 4 clubs that has the biggest turnovers is going to win the league. Aston Villa are not going to win the league. Newcastle are not going to win the league.
So how do you explain Leicester when they did it?
A rare and absolute anomaly that was never allowed to happen again, because all the big clubs sat on their hands, suddenly decided that they could all do things in a certain way, and they got caught with their pants down, even to the way that they allowed Leicester to play. Everybody knew how Leicester played. Drinkwater gets the ball, looks up, knocks it long for Vardy, and yet on the last game of the season they were doing the same thing, and teams were still playing the same way against them. So don't ask me how I explain that situation, but it's not going to be repeated, and it hasn't been repeated since, and that was now a decade ago. So who's won the league since then, and who won the league prior to that?
So tell me straight, how many teams this time around do you feel can aspire to win the Premier League?
2, 3. But that doesn't mean the league's not competitive. The argument, why would you suggest that governance needs to be brought in to the most successful league that has been the commercially most successful league in the history of football? Why are you regulating it? What are you regulating it from? I understand what he's saying is that the Premier League clubs want some degree of control. They want governance. Yeah, they want good disciplines. They want good governance. They want good regulation. Is your regulation with the consequences of the way that clubs are suing one another now, the way that they're suing, the way that Man City have been hauled over the coals and been sat in abeyance for 2 years because you can't prosecute them properly, is that good governance and good regulation? Because to me, it doesn't look like it.
Let's be honest, we've all found ourselves raging at a referee's decision at some stage. This feel familiar?
That is an absolutely shocking decision. They've got a case in that it was a bad decision. It's such a poor decision.
Yeah, I think he's just made a bad decision in that instance.
But what does it take to get to the very top of football refereeing? Every referee starts with their county FA. It's a simple training course and you can take it as soon as you hit your 14th birthday. Once you've done that, you have to go through at least 11 hours of face-to-face training. You'll then graduate as a Level 7 official, which means you can take charge of county-level games. But hold your horses, there's still a long way to go to get to the Premier League. Your next step is to spend a year each at Levels 6, 5 and 4. This covers the top of the amateur game. Only at Level 3 do you start doing Northern Counties or Isthmian League level games, for example. If you've done this all quickly, you can reach Level 2 and ref your first National League match after, I don't know, 6 years? After getting enough experience at that level, you can apply to be a referee in the EFL. There's an interview, people watching you do games, and then, if the EFL are happy, you'll be granted a Level 1 licence to ref in games in League 2 and above. Now, they don't just say on you go to the Premier League, you have to work your way up through the divisions. Only after years of hard work and refereeing on cold Tuesday nights in Stoke can you be considered to do matches in some of Europe's very best stadiums. Now, who was the youngest to reach the very top? It was actually Michael Oliver. He refed his first Premier League match in 2010 at the tender age of just 25. So if you want to follow in his footsteps, crack on. It'll only take you roughly a decade, thousands of hours of work and an incredibly thick skin. In total, there are 37,000 registered referees across England, but the PGMOL has only deemed 21 good enough for the top flight. That means there's not even a 1 in 1,000 chance you'll even make it in. Obviously, referees can make mistakes, but when you think about it, having a go at them is kind of like slating a brain surgeon.
Our number 2 done.
No, I'm not saying number 2 done. 120 minutes done and dusted. It's Driver talkSPORT. It's me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent is here.
That was a cat for Danny Murphy, right?
Still to come, we'll be looking ahead to a huge weekend of boxing. Oh, that's nice, down the mic. Well done. I mean, you could just turn your head anywhere you want.
No.
What time is it? Is it amateur hour? But now there's one more game to go in the opening weekend of the season's Premier League. And, of course, it's a game you can hear live right here on talkSPORT.
There is no reason why Chelsea cannot win this title. In fact, I'm going to say it. Chelsea win the title.
Oh! It's come out to Moises Caicedo! Oh, he's rifled it in! What a strike!
João Pedro in the box! João Pedro equalises for Chelsea! Comes back and it's rifled in by Sessegnon, and Fulham finally have the goal that they deserve!
I reckon Fulham as well might go down. Yeah. Fulham. I'm slightly concerned for them.
We feel ready for next Monday, big game, and yes, so we feel confident.
Yeah, how about this? The last two Real Madrid managers, go up against each other tonight. Arbelo's Fulham, host Alonso's Chelsea. It's a game, of course, you can hear live on talkSPORT. Build-up begins when we finish at 7. And the Chelsea gaffer, Xabi Alonso, was asked last week what the aim for the club this season is.
Ambition and to be as high as possible. Let's see where we are in May, but it's still a long way to go there. So for that you need to earn points and to win from early days, and that's our goal. And time will tell, but for sure the hunger to have success, the ambition to do well, to create good energy, good spirit within the team, that's the first goal, because that helps you be more competitive and win more games.
I'll tell you what is interesting is there's been a lot of clubs this season so far, in the opening weekend this season, the opening game, where we've been surprised at not just the result, but how they've played. Okay, we've got... Okay, you can talk about Man United. But I'm talking about all clubs. Spurs, no one expected that. Liverpool, the way they played. I didn't expect Newcastle to, let alone get something out of it, but possibly win the game.
Yeah.
Do you expect Chelsea to deliver in this game everything we think they will, or do you think we'll see something different tonight from them?
No, I'm expecting it. What? Them to come out and out the traps.
All guns blazing.
Yeah, because I think it's a little bit of an unknown with Fulham. I mean, listen, they might turn out. I mean, I know they've got a couple of guys on loan Fulham from Real Madrid. I believe they've brought them in. So that's going to be really, really intriguing. But I always look at Fulham's recruitment, and I think the last couple of seasons, I think that was what was really frustrating Marco Silva, is that it felt like they never really push that boat out to go to that next level. So I'm fully expecting Chelsea to come out the traps fast, to almost like a statement performance, because I think they've recruited really well with Welbeck and Henderson, bringing Lacroix in as well, Morgan Rogers, Barco as well. I think they've recruited well, so I'd expect it. But it's tough. It's Fulham. It's a local derby, of course. Monday night game as well, so Fulham know that they've got to be at it. So I'm looking forward to the game. It should be a really good one.
Some people in the audio we just heard were suggesting it might be a tough year for Fulham.
Yeah, I can see that, because it almost feels like Marco Silva was holding that club together. And you talk about the recruitment over the last few seasons, and I think that was part of the frustration, that they just didn't invest the money that he wanted to go to that next level. But it's up to Fulham now. Arbelo's got an opportunity there. I always find it, and it's probably a little bit unfair, and I hope he turns out and does really well, but I always feel like when you've been at a club, like I look at Pellegrini when he's at City, and then he went to West Ham and it was rubbish.
Yeah, but the difference between the clubs is massive.
That's what I'm saying. So he's just come from Real Madrid.
Okay, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Where the expectation, you're playing with the best of the best players. So, but time will tell. But if ever there was a performance, it might be today against Chelsea. It'll be a fantastic start for them.
Would Chelsea take anything from what they've seen from the weekend's football? Does it matter that they're last?
Not really.
Give them extra bite, knowing, well, actually, okay, it's not as strong as we maybe thought the Premier League was.
Nah, because I think they've still got to go and do their part. And do their part. Yeah, they might have looked at one or two performances and gone, maybe United or Spurs, maybe even Villa, and gone, oh my goodness, maybe these were supposed to be our rivals and they're not, but Chelsea will just do what they need to do.
We talked about goalkeepers before with Tottenham's. A look at Chelsea's in Robert Sanchez. I said earlier on, actually in our meeting, I think the worst goalkeeper, I used the term worst very lightly, but the worst goal I can think that was a Premier League winner was Fabian Barthez. Can you win a Premier League if you've got a goalkeeper like Robert Sanchez?
Well, you're saying about Barthez, and he obviously won the World Cup, but I look at great teams that have won Premier League titles, and they've all had a very, very, very good goalkeeper. Alisson, Ederson, David Raya now.
Schmeichel.
Yeah, Courtois. Like they've all had very, very good. Even did you say Kasper Schmeichel as well?
No, I didn't say that.
Yeah, he's brilliant for Leicester. So I think you need a top quality leader, a goalkeeper to win any Premier League title. But I think Sanchez can be good enough. I think he's a good goalkeeper. He's an adequate goalkeeper.
Yeah.
But I just think there are other teams that are stronger than Chelsea elsewhere. But again, it's up to Chelsea now. They're the last game. They're the showpiece game of the weekend. Last one. So can they start with a bang?
Who are you expecting to see good things from? Because Cole Palmer, I know
He needs
injured.
it.
He does need it, right?
Because we know how good he is and how special he is in terms of his quality, the goals, his numbers. But you'd have to say since that first season where, and rightly so, he was again
unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Have you got his numbers there? It was like 15 assists and 22 goals or something. That.
So in all comps, his first season at Chelsea was 25 goals, 15 assists.
Oh, there you go.
And that was 22 in the league, 11 assists. Then he went to 15 and 11, which is still decent. Now last season was 14 and 6.
Okay, but he was out for a bit last season.
It was, but you look at the numbers, though, they are creeping downwards. They need to start, even if there's a couple goals here and there, they need to start going the other way. But his overall performances, and I'm pretty sure last season wasn't 4 of those in one game.
I think it was actually
Last season, so
yeah. Does that not count?
No, it counts. But you go okay over the totality of a season. Like if I scored 14 goals in 3 games, where have I been for the rest of the season? The rest of the games.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So
yeah, that's a good point.
So he needs a big performance as well.
Who else are you hoping? Or not hoping, but who else do you think could step up for them?
I'm looking forward to seeing Esteval. Will he play? Morgan Rogers is a big one. When you spend that amount of money on a player, big pressure, big football club. Can he handle it? Yes. Intrigued to see what's going to happen with Enzo Fernandez.
Sorry, just going back to Morgan Rogers, right? But you've joined the club Spurs, where you had a big price tag on you.
Why you got that? Only because I gave you that information.
No, I forgot to say. But my question is,
and
as
Villa.
a player and Villa, okay, great. As a player, do you feel that pressure that more is expected because they paid a lot of money and everyone knows?
The second time around, no. When I went to Villa, nothing. Didn't feel anything. Spurs, massive. Always thinking about it.
You went to Spurs from who?
From Charlton.
So that was a massive step up, right?
Yeah.
So that might have added to it. You got to prove yourself.
There was quite a lot of factors in that window because there was, again, me going to Spurs for 16 million, right? When they already had Berber, Keane and Defoe. That was one aspect. Then Thierry Henry went in the same window for less money. So he went for 16, I went for 16 and a half. So that caused its own problems.
That's incredible.
Yeah, but obviously the age but
when Arsenal bought Thierry, he wasn't Thierry.
No, but when he left, he was.
I know that, but what I'm saying is when they bought him, no one went Thierry for 16.
But my point is, when you talk about the greatest player or in the conversation, goes in the same window for less money.
Yeah, but at the time that wouldn't have affected you.
No, but all these, I'm hearing all these conversations.
Okay.
And then just every single time, record signing, it's tough. But when I went to Villa the second time, because of what happened the first time, because he didn't even think about it, didn't faze me. But for Morgan Rogers, he'll be feeling that pressure. Because he's at Chelsea and there's an expectancy there, and he's one of the most expensive players ever. So every single time, people are looking.
That's nice.
People are looking to critique him, regardless whether he wants it or not. Every single time he steps on a football pitch, when he steps on the training pitch for the first time, people are so sceptical nowadays that they're not looking at Morgan Rogers thinking, right, he's a good player. They're looking at him thinking, right, what can we say negatively about him that he shouldn't cost 118 or 20 million? That's just the world that we live in nowadays. Yeah. It's always negative first before the positive.
Obviously you're an Arsenal fan, and if you don't win it, it's because someone else has nipped you to it. Are Chelsea your closest challengers? Is it them or you?
Well, I had Chelsea at third. I had Liverpool at second.
Okay. Would you change that? I haven't seen Liverpool.
Not yet, because I've not seen Chelsea yet.
All right.
But Liverpool still, for me, I still look to that team, and I still think they might get 1 or 2 more in. I still think I know it didn't look great yesterday, but that was a combination of Newcastle playing well.
But do you remember last season, Liverpool, I think, won their first 5 games? And everyone was saying it's theirs to lose, but they were winning them, not convincingly.
They kept scoring like 93rd minute winners.
Yeah.
No, yeah, maybe, but I still put. I'm not going to be sit here and go like Liverpool are done.
Okay, you think Liverpool can win the league?
Yeah.
And Chelsea?
Yes.
Anyone else?
City.
4 teams to win the Premier League.
That's it.
Okay. It's a game you can hear live on talkSPORT. Fulham take on Chelsea. We'll build up from 7 with Adrian Durham.
Have I missed anyone out?
No, we can't win it. We're miles away from it. We'll take your calls. Can Chelsea win the Premier League, and could they be Arsenal's closest challengers this season? 03717223344. It's a game you can hear live on talkSPORT, and it's also a game you can have your say on if you pick up the phone and dial in. We're due to talk about Spurs now. O'Hara was meant to be here, Jason Cundy, but apparently he's bottled his chance to plug your show. What? If you're not watching but listening, you've put on a Jamie O'Hara mask. Is that a new thing? I mean, that's quite horrific.
I don't know what it looks like. How does it look?
What do you think it looks like?
I can't see myself. Does it look like O'Hara?
Have a look at the monitor.
Every time I do that, I turn away.
Oh, I see. Yeah, it looks ghastly, and I never use that word. Yeah. Have you put it on before?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, I've worn it before.
It's
so
vile.
Weird. It's so weird.
Yeah. So do you want to pretend he's here?
I can pretend he's here.
Okay,
yeah.
let's
Shambles! Shambles!
Good team. Why is he not here? I heard he stormed out the studio again yesterday.
Last night, honestly.
Soon it's going to be more of a shock if he's
I talk about Spurs.
Take the mask off, for God's sake. Yeah.
Honestly, when we talk...
Oh, put it back, put it back.
Put it on. I love getting into him about Spurs. It's so much fun. It's so much fun. And he was saying if they buy Savinho and Mamouche, they're guaranteed top 4, top 2. And I'm like, come on, mate, come on. The Ange mask will come out, and it just grew legs and arms. The thing, and it just
well, it's what
it exploded.
You got many more masks?
No, yeah, we've got Benty mask.
Have you?
No, you don't. No.
Don't wear him in a bank.
Do you know what happened though? Here's what happened with the Ange mask. We bought it last season when he took over at Forest, and we ordered it from I think South America. By the time the mask turned up, he'd been sacked. How's that? Next March, the England cricket team face Australia in the 150th anniversary Test match down under. And as always, the Barmy Army will be there. Thanks to talkSPORT, Visit Victoria could be too. Enter now at talksportwin.com for the chance to score an incredible week-long trip for two to watch the 150th anniversary Test match in Melbourne with Visit Victoria and the Barmy Army. Enter now at talksportwin.com and get ready to experience the electric atmosphere that only a Barmy Army tour delivers.
Drive on talkSPORT, me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent is here. We are with you in partnership with Giacomo's Style and Brands for every man. Still to come, we'll be joined by the cat lover, Danny Murphy, head of Fulham against Chelsea. Live on talkSPORT tonight, just quickly the ball, which Diego Maradona scored with his hand, cheated, sold at auction for £2.5 million. Mohamed Salah scored twice on his first league debut for Trabzonspor. Now, this Saturday, you can witness history as Moses Atoma bids to become Britain's youngest ever heavyweight champion. So let's look ahead to the big fight now with DAZN.
Big fight build-up on talkSPORT with DAZN. On August 29th, witness history as Moses bids to become Britain's youngest ever heavyweight world champion, exclusively on DAZN Saturday Fight Night.
With respect to Filip Hrgović, Moses Atoma is going to go through him.
I don't buying that story, that hype. I'm not buying that. Don't buy it, you see it.
Moses Atoma! That's it! Delbert Franklin, and now Moses Atoma bows to his crown.
This is the hardest fight, like professional, amateur, the threat, the opposition.
There is the destructive power of this exciting teenager.
People might think I'm crazy. I think he's the best I've seen since Muhammad Ali.
Moses Atoma gets the biggest win of his professional life.
What's at stake? Of course, that's the biggest fight of my life.
Yes, Moses Atoma bids to become the second youngest heavyweight champion of all time against Filip Hrgović. Live on DAZN and talkSPORT on Saturday night. Atoma has 14 wins, including 12 knockouts, while Hrgovic's record sits at 20 wins and just 1 defeat. Spencer Oliver joined Fight Night on Saturday. He said it could be a massive night for British boxing.
It really is, and I think that we get not just a new British heavyweight star, but a new global world star in Moses Atoma. And let me just tell you where this kid is at. You know, you talked about him becoming the second youngest ever world champion, you know, in front of Floyd Patterson, behind Mike Tyson, just by a couple of months, that is.
Oh, I thought he was going to tell us what he was going to tell. Let me just tell you something. Oh, we'll never know. I'll tell you what I did find out this morning. I haven't got the exact numbers.
Yep.
But there was someone on Instagram was going through the amount of rounds boxed by all the young heavyweights. Mike Tyson is, of course, record holder. Moses Atoma is something like he's boxed 31 rounds to get this far.
Oh.
And Mike Tyson was like over 70 or 80. I think it was 111. Have you got it in front of you? Is that what you're counting up?
Yeah, do you want me to count the rounds quickly?
Whose?
Atoma.
I think it's 31.
Okay, 1, 2.
Well, you're going to do this now, yeah? I think it's 31.
8.
Right.
14.
31 it'll be. It'll be 31. Yep, 31. You got it? It's good radio, this. Just come back
Yeah,
again.
31.
Right. I told you that.
31, yeah.
I mean, that is incredible, isn't it?
Yeah.
31 rounds boxed.
Yeah.
And he's got a shot at becoming second youngest heavyweight champion of the
Well,
world.
I think they've tried to get him rounds, haven't they? They've tried. I mean, I'm going back to his last 2 fights, and I think the Dillian White fight, I wasn't sure. I thought there was an opportunity there. Maybe he'd get some rounds in. Dillian might cause him a few problems. The way he destroyed him in round 1, took his time. I went, oh my goodness. But then I heard the whispers afterwards, yeah, Dillian White wasn't prepared for this fight and all that. Okay, fair enough. Then they brought in Jermaine Franklin, and it was like, this guy never gets stopped by anybody, and he's been in there with everyone. No one could stop him, so this would be brilliant. He gets him out there in 5 rounds, just punches off his head, and the finish was spiteful.
It was spiteful. It's a great description.
I think he's going to beat Hrgović. I really do. I mean, I like Hrgović as well. I think he's a good boxer. There's been times where I've gone, okay, how good is he? I still think he's a little bit upright. I think he's very he's there. People, I think you can hit him, but I just think the way that Atoma's boxing and the quality that he's got. I mean, the only thing he says, so he fought Dave Allen and he destroyed Dave, our friend, in 3 rounds. He had David Adelaide, unanimous decision. He beat Joe Joyce, but we don't know what Joe Joyce. He got stopped by Daniel Dubois, and that's what I think. He beat Zhile Zhang before that as well, and some other good boxers. But I just think Atoma, the way he moves, the way he punches, again, spiteful, the punching at angles as well. I can't wait for this fight. I really can't.
Are we going? Have you got?
I've messaged Ade, he's read it, nothing.
That's poor from Ade Oladipo.
No, he'll come back to me.
No, that's poor. How many tickets you asking for? 2?
2, yeah, me and you.
Right, proper ringside though, I can't.
Well, he said we'll be next to him, and he's obviously got the best because he's like the face.
Well, we'll be on telly if we're next to him.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
Oh, fine, okay, yeah. He's not come. When did he read it?
Let's have a look.
He's pied you. He's blue ticked you.
He's better. I know he's better than that.
Well, I mean,
I sent him the message at. Where is it?
He has got a record for really, really poor reply time.
Yeah.
Will he let you down?
I don't think so. I like Ade. I don't think he will. But no, I'm excited because once he's got his hand on a belt, Atoma, then I mean the world's his oyster anyway. But when you're world champion, like I almost feel that might give him the confidence to start hunting down everyone else's belts.
That'd be great. That was a look ahead to Atoma against Hrgović with DAZN. Join DAZN Ultimate for 185 plus fight nights and 12 plus pay-per-views every year, including Atoma against Hrgović, all included at no extra cost. Buy now at DAZN.com.
Big fight build-up on talkSPORT with DAZN. On August 29th, witness history as Moses bids to become Britain's youngest ever heavyweight world champion. Exclusively on DAZN Saturday Fight Night.
Now in 35 minutes we hand over to Adrian Durham. He's building up to the last Premier League match of the weekend. It sees Fulham against Chelsea. It's live on talkSPORT. One of the questions of many we've asked, can Chelsea win the Premier League? Are they the only team that could possibly stop Arsenal winning it? Harry is a Chelsea fan. Joins us now. H, good evening to you.
How you doing, boys? All right?
Good, man. How are you today? You confident tonight?
Yeah, quietly confident, to be fair. I think we're going to go out there tonight, set a big statement. I think it's all going to go, it's all going to go very well. Some new exciting football. See the 3-4-3 in full flow. And, you've got... There's no one that can say that we can't be in contention to challenge Arsenal. We're the only team that can challenge them this year. There can't be anybody else. No one else excites me.
Not Liverpool.
No, they don't excite me.
Why do you say we've not seen you play yet? And last season you weren't all that. What makes you say this season we're the only team that can challenge Arsenal?
No, we weren't. But again, you look at the recruitment we've done, the ins and the outs, and you look at the squad on paper, and it's ever so scary. It really is so scary. You've now got a manager that can really
defensively,
defensively, it's still going to take a little bit of time. But it's with the likes of Lacroix coming in, Tosin going, hopefully fingers crossed. And you've got a manager. Enzo Maresca did his best with this kind of play with the wide players. But now you've got Xabi Alonso, a proven coach that's won with using this system. And I think it's just so far pre-season, and we saw a little bit of it. Looks exciting, boys. It looks really exciting. And so far, Liverpool way far off of it. Man United, embarrassing. Sorry, Andy, but it's just these facts. You look at the players we've got to deploy. Once he gets it right, I think tonight's going to be a real eye opener, and we've got to be the only ones to challenge Arsenal.
Harry, let me ask you a question then. When you look at the team selection, and it looks like the Christmas tree formation, does Reece James play right wing back, right of the three centre halves, or centre midfield?
Boys, I think he's got to play centre midfield. I think he has, but then it's tricky because then what do you do with Caicedo and Fernandes and where he plays in there? So I think he has to, but it almost doesn't work. So you're almost forced to play him right at the three centre backs, aren't you?
Like Caicedo's going to play. Caicedo's unbelievable.
Absolutely, and it comes to that. Yeah, he has to play. There's no doubt about it. We don't survive in that. We don't survive in that position without him. So
Harry,
I think, Harry,
is it impossible that you lose tonight?
Don't do it, Harry. Don't do it.
No, I'm saying.
It's not. It's definitely not impossible. It's.
You're not sure. You're not sure. You come on here, you give it the old William.
Hey, Harry, don't do it.
You won't even do that. Go on, say it.
I think we do it. I think we do Fulham 4-1 tonight.
And you still won't say it's impossible we get beat?
Yeah, it's not. It's not. Yeah, you can't say it's impossible. But I think
say H. Put them on the line. Say it. Be a man.
I'm 90%, boys.
Say it for me. Say it loud and proud, H.
I'm not doing it.
He's
I'm
scared.
not doing it.
He's scared.
No,
coward.
No, he's not. He's sensible.
Can you change your name to Coward H? Go on, H.
No. It's Bendy. I appreciate you. Yeah, that's right. It's sensible.
It's impossible, isn't it?
Honestly,
it's impossible. Just whisper it.
I've got to ring Jason. I've got to ring Jason later, and I can't speak to him if I say that now and we go and lose.
So we go and lose. Just tell me 4-1 you win.
Yeah, we'll do it, but it's not impossible. That's going too far. We've got to wait.
Exactly,
They've got a new manager as well. So.
Put you back your team.
Exactly, Andy. It's going too far, that.
It's impossible they lose tonight, trust me.
You think it's impossible that Fulham win?
Yeah. I can't be wrong twice on the bounce.
You've been wrong for the last 3 years.
Fulham won't win tonight. We're talking about Fulham going down and Chelsea winning it.
Yeah, but you also spoke about Man United beating the whole 4-0.
Yeah. Trust me.
No, I don't trust you.
You've learned anything from the weekend.
Yeah, don't trust you.
Still to come, we'll have team news ahead of that game. Fulham against Chelsea is live on talkSPORT, and Danny Murphy joins us in just a moment to talk about that and, of course, everything else from the weekend. But before all of that, it's time for no Googling. We want to know, ahead of the two former Real Madrid managers going head-to-head, we want to know, excluding caretakers, which Real Madrid manager has the best win percentage of all time? I think we've done that before. But if we have, or even if we haven't, which Real Madrid manager has the best win percentage of all time? 75%.
Well, you expect most managers at Real Madrid should be up and around that mark.
It should be. Team news ahead of Fulham against Chelsea. Game we can live on talkSPORT right after this.
Michael, where are you with Isak at this moment? I just think that particular penalty, Szoboszlai was always taking it, and likes of Isak had far more to lose than he had to gain by taking that penalty. But where are you with Isak at this moment in time? And he looks to me, he's obviously he's had big injury problems and all that stuff. The move was well documented. You know, Newcastle fans are unhappy. What's it going to take for him to get playing with a regular confidence and show the ability that we know he has?
Well, I'm not sure about you, Ali, but I had plenty of injuries in my career, so I know how hard it is to get back, and you do need a bit of time. And everybody's given him time and understood that, but then he's sort of finished the season, then he's gone to the World Cup, and now he's had a pre-season, and you just think, okay, now we're starting to run out of excuses. We need to start seeing the real Isak, and we know how good he is. I mean, wow, we saw him for Newcastle. I mean, he's absolute class. But we haven't seen it for Liverpool just yet, and I think, you know, questions will come now. As I say, always give him the benefit of the doubt in the past with Liverpool, but at the start of this season now we're expecting, and Liverpool absolutely need him. They've lost Salah, Ekitike's out, there's not that many options in attacking areas. They absolutely need him to be on top form. Yesterday he was far from it. I thought he was a yard off, and that's worrying. But so was Wirtz. I thought he was really quiet as well. So, you know, it wasn't the greatest performance for Liverpool. They actually did well to scrounge a point in the end. But obviously he's the big money signing. He's headline maker, and I can't say he played well, because he really didn't.
Here are some of the best sledges in Ashes history. Let's start in 1933, Douglas Jardine versus Yabba. Jardine, the notorious captain of the Bodyline series. Yabba, some bloke in the stands who became so famous he now has a statue at the SCG. When Jardine was swatting away flies on the boundary one day, Yabba yelled, "Oi, Jardine, leave our flies alone. They're the only friends you've got." Next, Warne versus Strauss in the Edgbaston Cauldron 2005. Strauss shouted, "Come on boys, he's struggling here," when Warne misjudged the delivery by Ashley Giles. Warne then told Strauss, "Say one more thing to me and I'll hit the next ball for 6. Strauss obliged, and Warne walloped an enormous 6 over square leg. Night-night, Straussy. Bowler Jimmy Ormond dealt a stinger to Mark Waugh, brother of Steve, in 2001, when the Aussie all-rounder told him he was nowhere near good enough to play for his country. Ormond replied, "At least I'm the best cricketer in my family." Tough. Wicketkeeper Ian Healy issued one of the great lines after Steve Waugh told Ricky Ponting to field right under the nose of Nasser Hussain. Healy remarked, "That could be anywhere within a 3-mile radius, poor Nas." And then there's Dennis Lilly on Geoffrey Boycott, who he beautifully described as a man who fell in love with himself at a young age and has remained faithful ever since.
I'm too sexy for my love, too sexy for my love, love's going to leave me.
Driver talkSPORT, me Andy Goldstein Bent alongside Team News ahead of tonight's game coming up in about 4 minutes. Stick around. Before the break, I asked the question, excluding caretakers, which Real Madrid manager has the best win percentage of all time? Is, you won't get it, Manuel Pellegrini.
I finished that.
Okay, who do you think it is?
Manuel Pellegrini.
Well done, you got it. Following us at 7, Adrian Dam hosts live commentary of Fulham against Chelsea, and that means it's time to speak to this man.
Murphy's back, Murphy's back, Murphy's back, but he hasn't got his cat.
If you didn't write the rest of it. We're joined by former...
Jesus,
that might be the worst jingle I've ever heard. Former Liverpool midfielder Yorko commentator tonight, and a man who went viral over the summer for his stories about his missing cat. It's Danny Murphy. Smurf, good evening to you.
Good evening, boys. How are you?
If you want, I can arrange for that to be your ringtone.
Wasn't the best. I mean, I've been listening to talkSPORT for many years, and I've heard a lot better, I've got to say.
I'll be honest, that's a compliment. To our show.
In what way? Oh, yeah, to your show.
To our show, it is. Right, Smurf, are you good? You all right? You had a good summer? It's the first time we've spoken to you, isn't it?
Yeah, enjoyed the World Cup. I mean, it was long and a lot of travelling, but yeah, I really enjoyed it, and then got back and had a little break. And then we go again, don't we? Excited to get the Premier League back. Everyone wants the Premier League back. Looking forward to it.
We're talking about the other games from the weekend in a bit, but let's concentrate on tonight's game. Some are saying Chelsea are dark horses this season. Cundy said they're going to win the league. Can you see it?
No. I know they haven't got the European games to worry about, but they've still got the same goalie. I don't think Lequire is... I know he's a good player, but I don't think he's a game changer at centre-half for them. I think defensively last year he had some issues, as we all know, and I'm not sure they've corrected that. They're going to score goals. They're going to have games where they look really good. I mean, they've got wonderful talent high up the pitch, but I still think defensively they're not in the same league as Arsenal, nowhere near it.
Smurf, on the flip side, Fulham as well. Recruitment hasn't been maybe the way they'd like it to be. Certainly that's the way it's been for the last couple of seasons, but what are you expecting from them? Because a lot of people are quite worried about Fulham and certainly the season ahead.
Well, I mean, it's never easy to guess, is it, when a new manager comes in, how he wants to play. You'd think with the Spanish roots he's going to try and play a similar way to they did last season, but losing Jimenez I mean, I know he didn't get a lot of goals last season, but I did quite a lot of Fulham games, and he leads the line well, Benty. You know, he does the hard yards for the other lads, and I know Wilson liked playing with him for sure, and they've lost both of those two, and they've brought in 2 young lads from Madrid, haven't they? Garcia being the main one. But at 22 years old, he never played in the Prem. Is he gonna hit the ground running? Is he gonna start? I think from what I'm hearing and talking to a few people, I think there'll be some more business done before now and the end of the window, that's for sure.
Smurf, going back to Chelsea, they've been using a back 3 in pre-season. We were having a chat actually off air as to who we think will start and where. Do you think that's the way for Alonso this season?
Well, his most successful spell in his career, he played that way, didn't he, with Leverkusen? So he really likes the system. Ultimately, I don't think the system is as important as the players, the quality of the players. If you play 3 or 4, you still got to have really good defenders who spot danger and can defend one-on-one. If you want to go and press teams and win games, you've got to leave your defenders isolated one-on-one, whether it be 3 or 2. And I'm not sure the level of they've got some really good players, don't get me wrong, but I'm talking to win the league. I don't think it matters whether they play a 2 or a 3. I think they'll still get opened up.
You know, I'm with you, Merv. I think with Chelsea, and also, I mean, I'm a big fan of João Pedro. I think he will be even better. Cole Palmer, Murph. Now we know
he's taking the number 9 shirt, though, hasn't he?
Oh no, cursed.
This cursed, that Chelsea number 9 shirt. They should have left him with what he had, shouldn't they?
Yeah, but I don't know why I never understand why he changed, because he was so successful last year. I don't know why he's gone to the 9, but for Cole Palmer, Smurf, we all know how good he is. The last couple of seasons, that first season he burst onto the scene, incredible. He's obviously not got anywhere near those levels. What are you expecting from him this season, and what levels can he get to, do you think, in this Chelsea team?
Well, I think we've seen how good he can be, and I think he'll get back there. I don't think you can ever suppress that quality. He's just a wonderfully gifted natural footballer who's going to do wonderful things. He's just got to stay fit. He's just got to get his rhythm and his game time up, and I think Morgan Rogers will help him massively, because what he'll do is he'll occupy other players. You know, but I think when he started doing really well, Benny, other teams were setting up to stop him.
Yeah.
Whereas now, depending how they play, we'll have to wait and see. But if he plays Rodgers and Palmer, then all of a sudden you've got problems elsewhere. So I expect him to get somewhere back to the levels we saw 2 seasons ago. He's one of my favourite players to watch. He's a risk taker, isn't he? He's got that belief in himself. You can't help it. No matter who you support, watching him, he's just a pleasure to watch.
Smurf, I'm going to let you go, but not before I get a prediction from you. Fulham against Chelsea's live on talkSPORT. Build-up begins when we come off air in 18 minutes. We'll have team news in 4 minutes, by the way, everyone. But Danny Murphy, what will the score be?
3-1 Chelsea.
Okay.
Nice. I hope I'm wrong. Of course I do.
Yeah. Good to speak to you again. Good to have you back on talkSPORT. Enjoy the game, Smurf.
Cheers, Smurf.
Yeah, nice to speak to you. Cheers, boys. See you soon.
Thanks,
Bye.
man. As I mentioned, team news for that game coming up in about 3.5 minutes' time. But first, it's time for this.
Paddy's Performers on talkSPORT with Paddy Power. Reviewing the top ballers, performers and goal scorers from the latest footballing action. 18 plus, begambleaware.org.
Yes, time now for Paddy's Performance in association with Drive's official betting partner, Paddy Power. Today we're looking back at a great weekend of football and nominate the players we think made a difference from Paddy's Performance. Do you want me to go first or second?
You go first.
I'm going for, no surprise, Sangari. I thought he was player of the weekend. I thought he was fantastic. We didn't really know too much about him. He's pretty young, he's 24. They spent about £40 million. They got him from Lyon. Man of the match he was. Man of the match on his debut against Spurs. Came off with about 15, 20 minutes to go. I thought he was brilliant. They're the sort of players, but when you hear people like Gabby Albonlo moaning about financial fair play, they're the sort of players that Aston Villa need to buy. They're the sort of players that Man United need. If you haven't got a lot of money, Man United have, by the way, if you haven't got a lot of money, then you find the diamond, and that's obviously one they've found.
That's the problem with the recruitment for Man United. But I think Sangari is one of those where I think he's that good that he might be at Brentford for maybe 1 year, a little bit like Kante at Leicester. Whereas that's
a big comparison you've given.
No, but you know what I mean? Like, the top clubs don't want to take a risk. They want to kind of watch and see what happens, how he develops.
Yeah.
He turns into a top player, and then the big clubs go, all right, 100 million, we'll take him. And that might be Sangari, but yeah, I agree with you, he was fantastic.
Okay, you gone for?
I went for Johan Visser.
Yep.
I thought he was outstanding against Liverpool, playing in that 10 role. Best performance in a Newcastle shirt as well. It reminded me of the Johan Visser that was at Brentford a couple of years back when he hit 20 goals. I just thought he was outstanding. He led the line really well, and I think he deserves a mention. So I was going to go for McBurney or Slater or Crooks or Balumi or Shroud or Giles or Mendy or Egan or Jay or Coyle or Zolikis. But I thought I'd go for
okay.
I thought I'd go for Johan Visser.
I think you've done well. Let's stay with yours. To score against West Brom, even money. Newcastle will finish top 7 is 16-5, and going back to Brentford to be carded. Sangari against Birmingham is 9-4. Brentford to finish top 7 is 2-1. There you go, that's Paddy's Performance for today. Catch up with that odds at paddypower.com. 80 plus only. Begambleaware.org when we come back.
Paddy's Performers on talkSPORT with Paddy Power. Reviewing the top ballers, performers and goal scorers from the latest footballing action. 18 plus, begambleaware.org.
It's your fault, that.
When we come back, Jack will be getting the sack.
No, it's your fault. You should know that Jack...
Just wait till the words finish coming out my mouth.
Stab comes straight afterwards.
Team news. Team news. Ahead of the game. It's live on talkSPORT. Not yet, Jack. Fulham v Chelsea. Team news right after this.
Of course he's got to start performing, but he's been injured. So we've got no reference point. We've got nothing to really say about what he did at Liverpool because he had no real run in the team. And if Liverpool aren't going to play in a way that suits the player that they've bought, which is get the ball to him, then I'm not entirely sure what you're supposed to do. What's he supposed to do? Put the ball up on the edge of his 18-yard box and run the length of the pitch, and someone's going to be happy with that? You're not Heung-min Song, is he? He's a centre forward. And so with due respect to it, I look at it and say, yeah, is he? The question for me is, big players would have embraced that opportunity yesterday and gone back to Newcastle and wanted to prove a point. So is he a big game player? Is he a big club player?
I think we saw that. We saw that in Newcastle.
Should he not have demanded the ball?
What big games has he been at Newcastle?
Well,
big club?
Okay, I take you back to the semi-final Arsenal League Cup. You can say, look, it's the first thing they've won in 52 years or whatever it was at the time. And Isak was, he was at boiling point. He was ruthless.
When you play for Liverpool, you're expected to win. You're expected to be a top player. When you're at Newcastle, people anticipate and hope and will you to be such. And they expect their club to do it. When you haven't won anything for 70 years, it's a different feeling than
you're
when
now
you go
contradicting yourself, because you said, look, we need to give him time, we need to be patient. And I'm convinced that he will be a success.
I'm throwing all arguments into the equation. I'm throwing all parts of it because it's multifaceted. It's not one or the other. It's not a case of judging on one performance, but also if you're a big player, a really top player, you've played with them. You know what they look like. You know what they think.
Top player gives you consistency, and that's probably lacking from it. It's an interesting watch, but I think he's going to be a big force in the Premier League this season.
The England cricket team face Australia in the 150th anniversary Test match down under. And as always, the Barmy Army will be there. And thanks to talkSPORT, Visit Victoria could be too. Enter now at talksportwin.com for the chance to score an incredible week-long trip for two to watch the 150th anniversary Test match in Melbourne with Visit Victoria and the Barmy Army. Enter now at talksportwin.com and get ready to experience the electric atmosphere that only a Barmy Army tour delivers.
Right, here we go. It's Drive on talkSPORT. It's me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent, in partnership with Giacomo. Get fresh looks and great brands from Giacomo. Follow us at 7 Adrian Dome host live commentary. Fulham against Chelsea as promised. We have the team news. Sam at the face has all the details. Sam, good evening.
No Moises Caicedo in the starting lineup for Chelsea. No Enzo Fernandez in the Chelsea starting lineup either. And the two new fullbacks, Palestra and Chavarria, both not in Chelsea's first 11 under Xabi Alonso. Arbeloa hands debuts to two new recruits. These are the starting 11. Let's start with Fulham, the home team, who are unchanged from the side that beat Stuttgart in a friendly. It's Bernd Leno in goal. The back four is Castagna, Calvin Bassey, Cuenca and Robertson. There's no Joachim Andersen today because of suspension. In midfield, it's Iwobi and Berger, and then Bob King and Palacios, one of those new recruits, behind Gonzalo Garcia in attack. As far as Chelsea are concerned, their starting 11 looks like this. Sanchez is their goalkeeper. We think it's a back three of a Champong, Lacroix and Colwell. Then it's Gusto playing on the right-hand side, Jarell Harto as the left wing-back. Reece James and Romeo Lavia as the two central midfield players, with Cole Palmer and Morgan Rogers, who makes his debut after his £117 million move from Aston Villa, behind João Pedro, Chelsea's new number 9 in attack. Enzo Fernandez is on the bench tonight. Jordan Henderson is here, but that big news again, no Moises Caicedo in the Chelsea lineup tonight. No Fernandez from the start either.
Thank you, Sam. Live commentary of that game right here on talkSPORT. Darren Bent alongside no Caicedo. Bit bizarre, that?
Yeah, it's bizarre. I mean, that's one player Chelsea cannot afford to lose. Like, generally, if you had to lose one, him or Palmer, I think I'd opt for Palmer to go over Caicedo. Caicedo has been top. He's one of those players I think can get in any team in the world.
Yeah, I agree. Looks like they've got about 8 defenders on the pitch, Chelsea.
Yeah, what's going on there, Ben?
One more Billy's alongside before we...
I like the way Jack was just cutting it.
Good, that's a good tune for you, Bill. Is that your new tune?
I like this one, yeah. This is a nice one.
How's your day been, Bill?
Yeah, really good, cheers.
No one cares. Go on,
I care.
You're a ardent Chelsea fan.
Yeah.
What do you make of that team?
I don't know if I've missed something with Caicedo, but
No,
yeah,
Jack, not yet. Just hold off on the buttons, Jack. Just wait.
I think there's 4 non-defending players in that lineup.
Jack, can you just stop with that one moment? Thank you.
Yeah.
What do you make of that?
Yeah, I'm not sure about that.
Are you as confident as Candy is that you're going to win the league?
No. I think we could be up there.
Okay.
Second.
Okay. What will the score be tonight? Let them talk sport.
3-1 Chelsea.
Right, well, who wins it?
The league?
Yeah.
See.
Don't answer that. End of show quiz time.
Yeah.
Only got a couple of minutes. What are we doing, Bill?
Don't know if you've mentioned it on the show today. Hull beat Man United.
What do you think of that? What do you think of that performance?
I've also not mentioned you've been sacked yet.
So we've got a whole quiz.
A whole quiz?
It's about holes.
A whole quiz in the whole of the quiz?
Is that how you spell Hull? W-H-O-L-E?
Well, lots of different spellings, really.
Okay.
It's all about holes.
All right.
Andy,
Pardon?
Well, should be going first.
Andy, do you want to go first?
Yeah, you should do.
How deep is the deepest ever hole, Andy? Do you want some options?
I wonder, is it a trick question?
I want 7 miles.
Oh, okay. Were you going 7 miles?
7 miles.
No, it's ferociously deeper than that. I think there was a time when like Russia and someone else tried to dig to the centre of the earth and had to stop. It's something like 380 miles.
Going 380?
Yeah.
It was Russia, but it was 7.6 miles.
I was close.
Oh, is that what it
You
was?
were pretty close.
All right, okay. They gave up quite early, didn't they?
The super deep borehole. 7.6 miles.
What have they done with that? Have they filled it in?
No, they're working on it, I think.
You don't want to trip down that, do you?
No.
I was thinking the marine trench, is it?
Yeah.
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 The trench in the water.
What are you your arms crossed for?
I'm ready for the answer to the question.
Benti.
Are you being fed the answers? That's why it's defensive, that is.
Benti, the Italian Silvo Saba, holds the record for the most golf balls in one hand. How many balls
that's unbelievable.
did he have in his hand?
In one hand?
Yep.
13.
No. 24.
27.
That's unbelievable work, because it's going up in a pyramid.
It is, because you got it wrong.
Yeah, but I got it less wrong than you got it.
No, we both got it exactly the same wrong.
No, you got it more wrong than me.
No.
If it was 3 away and you win, I won.
No, it wasn't. Right or
No,
wrong?
I don't want it. But...
Andy, what is the world record for the longest ever drive leading to a hole in one?
Well, if it's Bentley, you did it.
I drove him.
Bentley did it. Longest ever drives holding one. 512 yards.
517.
Oh, that's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's unbelievable they got it wrong again.
Do you know what? I remember it as a Tuesday. I smashed it.
0-0, 22.
How's that an ad-lib? What's the... Jack, what button have you pressed there?
Benti, Whole Again is a song by Atomic Kitten.
I can't make you whole again.
Yeah.
Was that Southgate's tune as well?
Yeah. Dogs and kittens are the top 2 most popular pets in the UK. What is third?
Rabbit. Book it.
No, I think it's mice.
You're booking rabbit.
Yes.
Mice.
Birds.
Okay, nice.
Indoor birds.
What, like a cockatoo?
Like budgie.
Cockatoo.
Have you had a cockatoo?
I've had a budgie.
Have you? What's your budgie called?
Can't remember.
What? You must know.
Back in the day, I was young.
Did it die? I bet it died because you didn't treat it well.
No,
You're terrible with pets.
I came home with my mum.
How old were you?
I think I was about 13.
Good.
I came home with my mum, went into the kitchen to see it, stiff, dead on the floor, man.
On the floor?
In the cage, obviously. Stiff, not moving.
Jeez.
That's kind of, I think I overfed it.
No, underfed it. I'm guessing it died. Malnutrition. Yeah, what you think? Burgers?
No, the little bee things.
You can't remember what it was called?
No. Budgie, man.
Bentley's Budgie. You can't remember what Bentley's Budgie was called? That must be a section in the show we can bring into
stiff on
time
the
now. What? Bentley's stiff Budgie on talkSPORT.
Honestly. Oi!
Your Budgie was stiff.
Yeah, but honestly, God rest his soul.
I know he's looking, will your mum know? Will your mum know what it's called?
I'll ask her.
Can you find out what Bentley's stiff Budgie was called?
Andy, in 5 seconds, 5 things that have holes.
A hole, a polo mint, a bagel, a jumper, and a t-shirt. Bang.
Do holes have holes?
Yeah, I need one more.
All right, jumper.
You said that already.
All right, another jumper.
No.
Hoodie.
No, same thing. No.
Trousers. Socks. Pants.
Socks is good. Do you know if you cut a hole in a net, there's less holes in that net? It's a good fact.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's that, Bill. I don't know
Well
what
done,
to do
Bill.
with that.
Good ad-lib, that.
Benty, a wormhole is a structure that connects 2 points in space.
Yeah.
Who were the first 2 men on the moon?
Armstrong.
What's his first
Need
name?
first name. Hold on.
Yeah? Oh, this would be good. This would be really good. Please get this.
Buzz Aldridge.
Well,
is this like that? Oh, I'm close to that.
You were so close.
Buzz.
I almost said well done.
Hold on. I'll give you a point if you can get it.
Buzz.
Buzz Aldridge is amazing.
Buzz. Unless Buzz something, isn't it?
Yeah, no help.
It's Buzz something.
Buzz Aldridge. Let's just go on Buzz Aldridge.
What is it?
Buzz
Aldridge, mate.
Buzz Aldridge.
Is he, yeah?
Yeah, he's
No, listen.
Brother John played for
No,
Liverpool.
but listen, Buzz to his friends. Buzz Aldridge. To his friends.
That's amazing. In this section, we've got Bentley's Stiff Budgie and Buzz Aldridge.
What's the name?
That's so good.
Doesn't matter.
Right, stay where you are. That's all we've got time for from me and Buzz Aldridge over there. Stay exactly listening to talkSPORT. We've got live commentary of the last Premier League game of the weekend. Sees Fulham up against Chelsea. You can have your say on the Sports Bar from 10. Adrian Dunham takes over in 3 minutes' time, building up to live commentary of that. Have a good evening. We'll see you at 4. Be safe, everyone. Be safe.
I've got a league table in front of me. Guess who's bottom? Who's bottom? Who's bottom? Your mob. You're bottom. Bottom of the table, Joe. Joe, do you know what, mate? I offered you 10th the other day.
Look, mate.
You going down?
Mate, please, come on.
No, what do you mean, come on? You're bottom of the table. You're bottom. I mean, you love flirting with the bottom of the table. You've started the season bottom of the table. You could go down, Joe, again.
Well, on that, if we play like that, we'll go down. If we play like that, we will go down. It's as simple as that. Forget top 4. Forget European football. Forget all this, guff that we've been talking about with players coming in, a new era at Tottenham. If we play like that, we'll go down. Because you cannot turn up to a football match and play like that. That's embarrassing. They should be ashamed of themselves. Ashamed of themselves. How can you go through